Welcome in, everyone, to this week's episode of New Blood by Night. I'm your host. All right, last time. Quite a curious revelation. More intricate connections that don't quite make sense. We had a scene in the beginning introducing Artemis, Fenrir, Nina, some arguing with good old Zero. Ultimately, the majority of the coterie met at Vacation Spirits, a refurbished hotel that now acts as an apartment complex. While there, they met Joe Adams. There was some strong-arming him on Samiel's part. And then some unintentional guilt, which led him to wishing Aurora well. And though he wasn't entirely honest, the coterie gathered that he was watching and caretaking Fenrir over the past month. Further still, Stone, the resident SPC, discovered a housewarming party where jello shots, R&B music, friendly individuals were hanging out. There they found interesting drawings and curiosities in a little boy's room. They've discovered that his name is Corey, and he's currently visiting his grandmother. Supposedly, he dreams of the things he sees. Alright. It's a pretty quick brush over everything. Watch last week's episode to catch all the intricacy and tiny details, because there were some incredible questions asked by young Felix. And the rest of the coterie had cute moments, especially Mori and Azriel. But if you want to be a part of those, you have to watch the other episodes. So let's dive in to tonight's episode of New Blood by Night. We start almost precisely where we left off with those at Vacation Spirits. Aurora, Samiel, and Felix.
And Daddy Stone.
Stone lingering nearby. Felix, where is Danny?
Should be with us. We took him out of there when we left.
Okay. So Danny is lingering nearby as well, very likely petting or trying to pet Nina or Fenrir. But if the three of you would like to roleplay, this is your first chance since her small solo and then quick interruption from Joe. Do you want to ask Aurora what happened, or further discussions about what you smelled on the wind? Now's the time.
I'm gonna check whether she has bloody lips or any additional blood stains on her. Like she was covered in blood already, which we, well, more or less successfully lied about by her having a heavy nosebleed earlier.
Okay.
But maybe something happened to Joe, and maybe there are traces of that on her.
I mean, roll wits and awareness, or wits and investigation.
I'll take awareness. Wits, that one. Two successes.
Doesn't look like it. Unless she really was crying, Aurora.
Oh yeah, I think you would see that like it looks like on her sleeves just these giant red streaks as she was trying to like pat away her like tears. It's I think it would be obvious that she was or had spilt some crying tears.
Nothing on her mouth, but plenty on her cheeks. Just like pale.
That yours?
Yeah, I think it's just, you know, we cry blood. It's a little weird. I forget about that sometimes, but I guess I gotta just be better about it. Also, where were you guys?
Upstairs, a party. If you want some chemicals, just suit yourself.
Not my scene, but why did you go up there? Did you find anything?
The more pressing question is, do we need to call an ambulance for that guy in there? Or maybe
there
a cleanup crew?
What happened? Oh, who? Is there did someone get hurt at the party?
I'm
No,
pointing at the ground floor flat where you just came out of.
Oh no. He's fine. I mean, we've just been sitting at the car unless something happened.
He wouldn't
Well,
talk worth shit. Should have broken his arm.
It's okay, Sammy. I think he's got his own problems. Everybody's got their own problems and secrets.
I don't have time for people's secrets. It's either talk or I rip your head off.
It's like the camera like cuts over to Stone for a minute, and he's just like examining some of the rocks that are in the driveway. I think he's picked up a couple and he's just putting them in his pocket.
Sorry, that's so random. Okay, what time is it? Do I know? Is it getting close to like sunrise?
It's a great question, actually.
What do you guys remember from times? Like past sessions,
Nothing.
No.
in terms of
Because of the skipping between scenes, that's difficult to keep track of, honestly.
I know that we were getting close to sunrise because I know Mori and Azriel were gonna bed down for the night. So I think we were within like an hour, 2 hours of sunrise.
Yeah, pretty close. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you... Go on.
No, I would ask, the invitation's open. I mean, actually, how close is my apartment to this place?
It's close enough you can get there before sunrise.
Is it closer to get to Felix's hotel room, though?
Roll me a d10.
Ooh, sparkly dice time. So, sparkly dice are great. Yeah. It is a 4.
Your place is closer.
Okay, well, I mean, if you guys, I'm serious. The sun is gonna be out soon within the next couple hours. You can honestly stay at my place. I want you to, it's a little messy, but I really want us to, you know, friends. I feel like we made a breakthrough in friends.
Are you
And
talking
we
to
should stick together.
Are you talking to
Yeah.
Felix?
I'm talking to everybody.
Both of you.
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Zero like pops up out of your shirt collar and touches your ear and is like, "What do you mean? Look at her. She's so
Don't be
cute."
a pervert.
It's like, I look at Sammy with like and Felix with like sad cat eyes, like sad puppy eyes. I'm like, oh, but
Zero's
I
just
just don't want you
squeaking.
to get hurt.
She doesn't want you to get hurt. She doesn't want you to get hurt, man.
We don't live that far away.
Fine. Invite her to our house. We got good roommates. Maybe she needs a little snack.
No, they're not used for that.
I could use a snack.
We can stop by the convenience store. It's on the way.
All right.
Are you
Uh,
sure, Felix? I'm
Yeah.
not- Okay.
You see, you're a little bit like, what's the word? Leaf in the wind. So I meant it in the car when I said, you have to convince me that you mean it. And right now, you're probably just saying this out of guilt or something, and I'm not going to take advantage of that. Other thing, now that you've got your dog back, shouldn't you feed him something? So
Yeah,
that
I
you
have dog
create
food.
the... No. Remember what, looking for Stone, where is he? When I see him pointing towards him, what he told you? Like,
Oh.
pointing at your bloody sleeves and everything, so that you have this bond that he doesn't run away again?
I'd rather just I gotta think about it for a bit because that's a pretty big decision and I don't want to, he has his own feelings too, imagine. I'll let me think about it. I don't know how that all works and uh, I'd rather
Wanted to
not
remind
rush
you.
into anything.
Just don't start crying when he goes out on his own again. But you do have a point with the time. Likewise, invitations open to you all. But I think I'm gonna go to my place. There is a little something that I want to try on anyways.
You people are far too trusting.
Well, if we don't have trust, then what do we have? We are
So-
in this together. We found each other. That's something.
That was mere coincidence. That wasn't finding each other. That was just
Have you
pure
seen this?
chance.
Have you seen
No,
the sign for Cain?
we've been brought together. I mean, that
Ooh.
was very, very intentional.
I think so
Well-
too. It's just too coincidental that I don't know if you've been seeing it, but have you been seeing that Cain sign?
Regrettably, yes. I blame him ever since I've seen it.
Oh, I mean
Oh,
something.
did you know
got
that
us
he's
there.
our daddy?
He's.
What?
I'm not calling him that.
Father, Dark Father? Dark
No.
Father?
No.
Interesting. Can I do an academics roll? See if I've read anything about the Dark Father?
You
Or would
have
that be a
it.
cult? Okay. Dark Father, Dark Father. I don't know what
I mean,
that
you've heard of Cain.
is.
You know the Bible, yeah.
I want to know more about this Cain. Do you have more information on him?
He knows. But do I have your number? Yes, I have your number, and I'm taking out the business card that you gave me, and I'm going to send you the snapshots from the boys' drawings and the Bible pages and everything from the wall, so that you can peruse them at your leisure.
At that moment, Stone clears his throat and says, "Question for you, Samiel.
Yeah.
Did you recognize the kid's drawings?"
Did I recognize it? No.
I'm of a mind it's the same kind of thing, and he motions at his face, but is indicating yours. The same kind of artists.
I mean, whether it's the same artist or not, at least it's a lead for me to understand what's happened, so I would imagine running into that is more of a priority for me than anyone else.
Well, you asked me a question about a cold cup of water and fear. And he tosses the stone back into the bed of the other ones. And tick, tick, tick.
All right, then what do you make of the smell of blood in the wind then? And that howl moments ago.
Couple of things. Been thinking about it. First thing, maybe a little less scary, or maybe a little more scary, depending on what you're... Well, they're called Garu. Lycanthropes. I mean, Felix kind of hit the nail on the head. If Kindred are a thing, then all the other magical creatures that are lore probably are too. I've seen some pretty freaky shit. Specters among them. Heard of wraiths. And then he goes on to explain that if it is Garu, very likely they have their territory, and usually like a kindred that run into Garu get assimilated into scraps of meat, just torn asunder.
So they're not fans of us, and we're not fans of them.
Precisely. Garu not friendly, not to kindred.
Then if that's out there, should we really stay here?
Of course not. We're gonna all huddle in for the daylight. But then he kind of straightens. If you don't know who made you, then there's something I want to discuss that is... there's a reason Kindred society is broken up the way that it is. But taking it to a level just between us... I think we should form a kind of alliance. Nothing like loyalty to each other or nothing like that, like co-workers. You work your way up, right? We're all acquaintances right now. But we're safer if there are Garu in this city together than not. And I'm not going to advocate your choices for you. The other option is that we have probably a group of flesh crafters. The feeling you described, Samiel. There are things that Kindred can do that are completely unnatural. I mean, more so than just existing. He chuckles at his own little dumb joke. Things like bringing back the dead. Some clans that can do that. Possession. And taking loyal servants. And, what's that movie called? The Human Centipede? That's Child's Play, but pretty much the same concept. So I'd like to extend a hand, so to speak, an olive branch, to everybody that was at the club, a little vacation spot that saved me. I think we should form a type of alliance and figure out exactly what's going on. Or at least rely on each other like co-workers would.
I agree. I feel like more heads are better than one, and we're each good at something. Or, I mean, I got books. I can help do research about whatever topic. But I know I'm not strong like Sammy, or a smooth talker like Felix. We could help each other. Because whatever has happened, it's started, and we need to not ask why us, but why now, and what is it?
I mean, it's got your scent, Samiel. And if it saw you and it wants to hunt, it will.
I mean, if it has my scent, then it would have killed me out then and there.
Not true. Not with Garu. They have the same kind of machinations as a Kindred, as far as I hear. But if it's... what are they called again? The Zvod? Are they called Zvods?
Hmm?
I'll spell it out.
Washed,
Vosht. There you go, yeah.
but that's a Chimisko. That's not the Garu.
Correct. He also mentioned it could be something like that, or a revenant.
Like you have washed, which are house high, like really, really large.
Yeah.
And you have
Scary.
Slachta.
Mm-hmm.
So, he explains. Be super. Let's see. Yeah, I can't pronounce the Schlachta.
Slachta.
Yeah. He says they feel creepy. And then he explains that revenants feel creepy, which is the equivalent of a zombie. He says wraiths feel creepy, and really powerful kindred would have that same feeling. But since you asked him upstairs, he's been sort of running through anything he can remember since he's been around for a while of what could feel that way.
All right, I'll bite.
You mind if I get an Uber while we discuss? We're gonna have to wait for them anyway, and
Not at all.
she's right. We probably have to look out for this guy.
Yeah.
I've looked after myself just fine.
Sammy, it's okay. Like, we're coworkers, right?
Well, we haven't agreed yet.
I hope we do, because
I don't think we should agree without the other two present.
then we should.
Maybe we can
I
meet
think
up.
they made it clear that at least Mori doesn't want any part of this. So
I think maybe Mori.
I think we
is
let
just-
Mori make that choice herself for finality's sake.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Exactly. But yeah, I'll call an Uber and I'll meet you guys later.
Sure thing.
you
Sure
have my
thing.
number.
So nods and she changes the contact and in note she says, "Friend? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?"
Now another question I got for you, Samiel. And he nods towards the door where Joe Adams lives. You really want some answers out of that young man?
I mean, I got a couple questions. But I don't have all night to spend on it. I have to get home eventually and do the sleep thing.
If he's gonna be here tomorrow, we got plenty of time. Just let me know if you'd like my help. That's all.
Hey, you can question the dog what he says about that guy. Since you can talk to the critters, right?
That is
Looking
true.
on your shoulder.
I guess
it's a
Fenrir
lit-
would have the answers to some of it.
think it's a little bit odd that someone takes care like he did regarding a stray random dog.
Oh, he's definitely hiding something. It is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his business. But if you want to make it your business, I'm willing to help. That's all. You too, Aurora. If you need any help, happy to provide.
You've helped me enough. I would really like to talk to you about a lot of things about Kindred, but we don't have time right now.
Yeah, he runs a hand through his hair and says, "That's true. Well, then I guess we all part ways here."
Aurora looks a little sad. She's like, "Oh, I was hoping we'd be like former coterie," but she understands, and so she's like, I'll see you all tomorrow, right?" She looks at
Probably.
Sammy, expectingly.
Zero is like, "Come on, look at her face. Come on. She's so cute."
I'll find you.
Great, and Felix, you said we'll see each other, so there we go. Perfect. This is the start of unraveling our mystery, like the Scooby Gang.
So who are you? Velma?
Like
I think you're Velma.
Yes.
And Mori's the other one.
Daphne?
You're the blonde hunk, probably? That makes me Shaggy.
Well then.
Samiel's Fred. Hell yeah.
Nice. We just make Azriel Scooby.
I mean, it fits, no? The way that he's attached to his dog.
True. But anyways, we should probably get back. Thank you. It was nice meeting you all tonight, and I think we can unravel this mystery, and I look forward to getting more answers.
Yeah. Stone will give you a little nod and a tiny pinky wave. This is looking forward to it myself.
Are you still staying with me, right?
Of course.
Nice. Turning a little bit around to Aurora and doing this with index finger under my eyelid, pushing it down and doing the tongue-in-cheek thing. Like, oh, you staying with me?
And Aurora's like, she's like, oh, this is a friendship thing. And so she just smiles and she's like, yay, like, good for you. Like, this is great. It's like, we're connecting.
All right. Uber does not take the goober. Sorry. Whatever. The purchased ride does not take too long, and the minutes tick by swiftly. They arrive. Felix and Stone climb into one, Aurora into another. And Samiel, you get into your car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your ride, Aurora, is annoyed that you have 2 dogs with you. Samiel and Felix roll a wits and awareness because you're all roughly parting at the same time. So we'll see if you hear this.
It's not my best pull.
4 successes.
Damn. So many.
0.
Okay. So Samiel does not hear it, but Felix, as you're slipping into your Uber, you hear Aurora's ride say that he refuses to give her a ride because she comes with 2 dogs.
I'll roll my eyes, put on a big smile, and hey, sorry, would you mind just waiting for 5 more minutes?
Yeah,
To our driver?
your ride nods like, yeah, sure.
Thank you. And I walk over. Hey! Turning on presents, bringing forward my best self to the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora looks petrified. She's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna burn in the sun. Like, she looks like she's about to cry again.
Don't you have a heart, man? Look at this girl. Look at her. She's all bloody, she's messed up, and you're leaving her out here in the cold of night? Just because you're afraid of a little bit of dog hair? Don't you have a heart, man?
Go ahead and roll a manipulation and persuasion. And then you can go ahead and add your discipline bonus.
And presence dice. So
Don't you have a heart, man? Damn, Calysso.
So that's do good looks apply, or doesn't he care?
He doesn't really care.
Well, I can spend a willpower later. Just 2 successes with a pool of 8.
That's okay.
Damn.
That's all right. He's 2 is enough. He does feel guilty and gruffly gets out of the car, tells Aurora to hold on, pulls a tarp out of the like hidden compartment in his trunk where the iron and tire are set, and he lays out the tarp in the back seat for the dogs.
That's mighty fine of you. And I'm sure that this kindness is going to pay forward. And I pat him gently on the back, wink to Aurora, and move back to my own car.
She texts him. She's like, "Thank you, smiley face heart."
All right. Nina is going with you, Aurora.
Yeah. Aurora's like, "I don't know what to do. I don't know how to say no."
She's a big girl.
Yeah, she's really big. That's what surprises. She's like, okay. I'm not gonna tell a big dog no, but Aurora's like, all right. Do you want, like, we have plenty of space for you. I hope my house isn't uncomfortable.
She just sits, but Fenrir is all over you, like in your lap, sprawled across you.
I'm giving him belly rubs, like basically
yeah.
all the back scratches, like making up for lost time.
Oh yeah. Like licking your hand like big dogs do, and your arm, your elbow, you know, sniffing your face. Anywhere that you were bloody, like trying to lick to clean.
I am like rubbing my face all over, like what cats do when they're marking their thing, just because it's just like,
Okay.
and she just, I miss you so much.
So his black fur is just like getting all over your nice white blouse, but you know what? It's all right. And so you three, with little turbulence, get home. Just for the sake of narration, though, Samiel, roll a dexterity and drive.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's a messy crit and 1 success, so 5.
Hell yeah. Stopping at the convenience store is fast. Zero actually insists you put his little leash and backpack on so he can like walk himself and check the aisles. So, and the whole time he's talking at you, he's like, "Okay, do I want the Funyuns or the combos? I think we want combos. Samiel,
Yeah.
do you want pizza combos or do you want hot dog and chicken combos?"
I can't eat this, remember?
Okay, well, what one do I want?
The hot dog one sounds weird. Go with the other one.
All right, pizza it is. Okay, and he like pushes that off the shelf. He's like, okay. Oh, cotton candy! He pushes that off the shelf, and then he tells you this story. He's like, hey, so there's a couple of raccoons. You don't really see them too much because, well, we're always out. But anyways, it's the funniest thing. Sometimes I turn the sprinkler on because they like to wash their food, and I leave the cotton candy out for them. Dumb bastards.
So you just sabotage their snack
Yeah.
like an asshole.
Yeah. Hey,
And
so
I can
are we actually gonna... Sorry, I interrupted you. What were we saying?
I can respect it to a degree.
Thank you. And he puts a little paw on his chest, and you hear someone say, "You got a cute ferret?" Like just a woman casually walking by. She's like, "Oh my god, your ferret's so cute." And Zero
You
gives
want him?
he gives you the smug look, and then he like looks shocked. She's like, "Oh no, I can't. My husband would be so mad, but he's so cute. Can I pet him?"
Knock yourself out.
And Zero's like, "I can't believe you just try to give me away.
He'll just laugh.
You just tried to give me away to a stranger. Rude." Speaking of strangers, as the woman's petting him and he's like getting into it, he's like, "Can you give me 2 packs of cotton candy and another pack of combos?" But anyways, yeah, strangers. Are we actually going to be with the coterie? I mean, I'm not saying Thanatos and I didn't get close, but he basically trauma dumped on me, and I think he's my best friend. I mean, other than you.
That's pretty toxic if he trauma dumped on you, in honesty.
Okay, I was just trying to be funny, but apparently you don't do funny, so whatever.
I guess if you find that comedic, then sure, yeah, why not? Yeah, hilarious, ha ha ha.
The woman just looks at you. And then looks at Zero, and she's like, thanks for letting me pet your ferret, and then quickly leaves the aisle. And he gives you a mean mug and says, bet you she thinks you're schizophrenic.
He thinks I'm schizophrenic, or I have borderline at least.
That just makes Zero nod, and then he scurries down the shelf and like up your leg. And then up onto your shoulder. Thanks for buying me food.
I mean, you're my ferret. You're my pet, so I can't let you starve.
I mean, you almost tried to sell me to some random lady.
It was a joke. Ha ha ha. You don't do funny.
Ah! There we go. And he like slaps your ear on the side. There we go. So anyways, like I was saying, Thanatos and I were in the middle of story swapping. I actually kind of miss him. Weird. Cool guy, that dog. Cool guy. I didn't get too much of a chance to like talk with Fenrir, but he's not the same kind of eloquent. He kind of slobbers all over, and I can't believe you let them in the front seat.
You're gonna get your smell over it in like less than a day. You have like a method where it's like not even a half hour later, and you just come out triumphantly like done.
He just sighs. Then he has you buy him a slushie, and that's it.
He'll just take everything and walk him up to the counter.
Again, you get the same reaction. Oh my god, I love your ferret. Can I pet him? And Zero's like, oh my god, I'm so cute. You can't take me anywhere.
You want him?
And the cash register's like, oh, is he for sale?
It's a joke. I can't give him away. Sentimental.
And they're like, oh, okay. They ring you up. Quick exchange. But yeah, I mean, Zero's chuckling. And he actually does this little thing that he's done since he was a baby, where he like is half in, half out of your shirt collar. He used to do it for warmth, but now he's the one that's warm against your mostly cool skin, where his lower half is like dangling, just noodling along your collarbone, and his upper half is like draped around like he's a shawl on the other side.
Yeah, thanks. Have a nice night. Hopefully you have an uneventful shift.
And with that, you head home?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right, sliding to our next car. Felix.
During the car ride, not much going on. I'll just probably look some stuff up on my phone. Human Centipede for one. Asking Danny if he knows the movie.
Oh yeah, Danny knows the movie.
Recommendable?
He says, if you like horror films, it's okay. It's not bad.
Last days I've been binging those. Oh, maybe I'll give it a watch. But other than that, he is going to stay busy on the phone, because whatever he wants to ask is probably not for the ears of the driver. So, getting back to the hotel. Once we get there, before we go up, do you want to crash with us, or do you want your own room towards Danny?
He is fine with either. He has no preference.
Well, I want you to tell me what you want.
Stone cuts in and says, give him his own room. That way you
That's
can
how-
leave during the day if you want. Don't give him a key card to our room. You don't want either of us going up and smoke a lot of day.
I just have the do not disturb sign outside, but okay.
Have yourself
okay
a
with
good shower, Danny. And Danny's like, Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to a shower. Thank you, Felix.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we get you some new clothes tomorrow.
He grins at that and kind of stands a little straighter, actually. Like a shift in his body language.
Oh, getting close to him, putting my hand on his collarbone, like getting really close, a little bit sensually close. Leaning in towards his ear, and do me a favor, don't shave. And I scratch his beard a little.
Yeah, it just makes him blush and he heavily whispers, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
That just makes Stone chuckle.
What? I like beards. Can I grow a beard?
Fortunately not, son.
I need a fake beard. That's something I'm gonna look up.
You could always Amazon one, I'm sure.
Yeah? But it's not that pressing.
Or you could even look up how to make your own. You know, we could probably actually make one out of real human hair. Huh. You know what? I think we could get you a beard if you really wanted. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Several, then. One for each occasion. Just checking something. Asking the receptionist if there were any messages or any more packages or something.
A message from your, not your dad, but someone who works for him. Just checking in on you.
Felix, when seeing this, gets really conflicted. Like, Danny and Stone will notice this. Like, usually he's this happy-go-lucky, nothing can bother him. But when he gets this message, he's actually like, his face drops, his smile vanishes, and he's staring at the envelope or whatever it is, and really hesitant to open it. But eventually he has to, so he gives it a glance over.
The missive is pretty simple and straightforward. Inquiring as to your health, that there was speculation that you had called the at-home doctor, the doctor like that visits you. So just inquiring that you're still alive.
Okay. That's manageable. I'll deal with that tomorrow. So, crumbling the note up, putting it in a pocket, and then, yeah, let's go.
When you're kind of away from the receptionist, Danny does whisper, "Are you okay?"
Family stuff. Rolling his eyes in an exaggerated manner, and just a lot going on. My dad had an accident, and he's kind of... You know how men suffer? Like they stub their little toe, and it's the end of the world? That's my dad, but turn it up to 100 level. I'm honestly surprised that he actually asked about me. So, that's that.
Stone has a curious look that sort of falls over his face like a curtain. And he says... He actually doesn't say anything. Not yet. No, not down in the lobby. He'll hold on to it.
Yeah.
Do you get another room for Danny?
Yeah, of course.
Then you guys head up, okay? Stone doesn't say anything again until the two of you are in your room. And Danny's been more or less like fed and put
Parked.
to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
He himself goes over to the bathroom, turns the shower on, gets it cranked really hot. And when he comes out of the bathroom, he's shirtless. And He has that same curious look as you're like on your phone or whatever it is that you're doing. Wasn't your dad, was it?
Well, someone who works for him.
Not really the same.
Yeah. Just strange, especially given the circumstances. Changing topics. There's one thing that I wanted to ask you.
Sure thing.
Your tongue and your teeth. Those were made by flesh crafters too, right?
Yeah. You catch on quick?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious. The one has a snake face and the other has shark teeth in his jaw. Jaws, good movie. But do you think they could have been done from the same person?
Could have. I suppose.
Why have you had this done? I mean, I can guess, like... I don't know how I feel about this, though.
Is it scary? You don't like it?
I don't know whether I like it or not. I'm just thinking about what it means, because... You see, when I feed, they walk away afterwards. I don't think anyone would survive a chomp like that and this lamprey tongue thingy.
Oh, he motions to his own mouth. Yeah. Everyone has their own style.
So yours always has casualties,
Usually.
and that doesn't bother you?
Not really, no.
Why?
Well, why would it?
Because you kill people.
Ah.
Usually that bothers someone.
Oh, right. Right.
I'm not judging you. Don't mistake this. I'm curious. I'd like to understand it. Like, why would someone do this? Probably because there is a reason, and I'd like to know the reason.
Tastes
But
change.
it's okay if you don't want to tell me.
I'll be honest. I don't have nothing really to hide, but I'd appreciate it if this conversation stayed between the two of us.
I do the zipper thing with my mouth. Like pulling a zipper shut.
He walks over, and as he does, like, it feels like gravity in the room is like pulling towards him, like abnormally so. Like his skin seems to like almost glow. I need you to roll something. Hold on. Gotta walk back to my desk.
I'm going to roll lasciviously on my bed, if that helps.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, composure and resolve, please.
Two successes.
Okay, there's just something about him. Something that's just so consuming. So magnetic. that his next words just, they feel like more truth than the fact that the sun rises and falls. And he gets really close to the point that he's like straddling you. He's a pretty big guy, but he's put together in all the right places. I gotta make a roll, hold on. Okay. Something about the way that he moves kind of reminds you of the night you became a kindred. Like his big hands caressing the shells of your ears and then sliding across your collarbones. He says, I don't always kill. I just like to. We are better than them, after all. In a lot of ways. Whether it be a gift or a curse, we're the top of the food chain. There isn't really anything that eats us. I mean, sure, we can die. But you're special, Felix. That's why I picked you. It's because you remind me of me. The world is a wonderful thing. But it's also a dark and evil thing, as it has been since the beginning. And he whispers in your ear, but that's all right, because we're gonna save the world. And you're gonna help me, right?
Can I make 2 rolls?
Sure.
One would be wits and awareness, whether I catch that. That's why I picked you. Because in this scene, he's kinda distracted and has quite some difficulty to actually pay attention. Two. It will take a while till it sinks in. And the other one would probably be like humanity. Because this is kind of dark what he suggests. I'd like to determine how I react to that.
Okay.
So he's getting up in this attention and everything that kind of washes over him and drowns out his consciousness a little bit, like more focusing on the physical feeling, and then he actually hears what he's saying. We are better than them, and that he likes to kill and everything, and that's taking him a little bit aback. So he actually shakes a little bit and tries to sink into the bed more to get some room for himself and to think. And then he realizes that he said, that's why I picked you. And then, wait, what? What do you mean you picked me?
The stone traces a little circle at the base of your throat. And then his eyes draw and follow the line of his finger up to your nose, where he just goes boop. Because you're a lot like me. You're special.
Yeah, you said that. I don't know what you mean by that, but what do you mean you picked me?
And he kind of sits back.
You made me this. That was you?
I know what it feels like to have a daddy that doesn't care. Hell, I know what it feels like to have a daddy who has fists that even angels fear. To have a family that looks at you like you're a goddamn monster. They set you aside, lock you away, try to hide you. Don't let you do anything. Nothing. They keep you in a cage. I know what that's like. A cage of expectation, of pain, and of never being good enough. But you're worthy, Felix. And you're meant to be here. You belong. You belong as a kindred.
He tries to get away from him.
He lets you
Does
kind of
it-
scurry away. Oh, come on now.
Please, let me think. And he goes to the windows, which has the curtains drawn, turning the back to stone, and basically giving himself this tight hug so that he makes himself a little bit smaller too. And he actually thinks. And this takes maybe a minute, 2 minutes. When he turns around and he has this very unusual look on his face, like he's somewhat grim and sincere, maybe for the first time in this night. And with firm steps, he gets close to him. And you don't know whether or not he's going to slap him or fall on his knees in front of him or whatever. And he stops and gives him a good hard look. And then says, "Thank you."
He gives you a soft smile. I'm gonna be a better dad to you than either of us ever got. He puts a big hand on your shoulder. Well, we can't tell nobody else. Don't know if we can trust him. I like him. I like him a lot. Especially that Samiel. That sweet little Aurora, but it's not the same, you know? And Mori, pulling out a gun like that, she's ferocious, but she's so wrapped up in her ideal of the world that it'll take some time and suggestion, and we'll see if she changes her mind.
You want her?
If she can listen,
Whatever you plan?
we're gonna save the world. What do you mean? We're gonna make this world a better place. And he absolutely believes that. Eyes shining, even though they're mismatched colors, grinning. And I'm gonna teach you everything I know. And he flicks his temple. Wasn't working when I first woke up, but I remember now. And I'll probably keep remembering more throughout the days, the nights as they pass, I mean. And I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you how to make a mouth like mine if you want. So the answer to your question is, you can have a beard if you want, Felix. I can show you.
Good to know. Suddenly it doesn't feel that important anymore.
There's lots of things you're gonna be able to do.
Back to the question. So you want them all? That correct?
If I
If
can.
you can have them.
If I can, of course. Even that little Azriel. Even him. So, I noticed that you were looking him up. Very smart of you. And he kind of like gives you like a little slugger, you know? Like a dad would do to like his son in the shoulder.
Oh, I don't really care about him though.
But I like that you're gathering information. But I'm curious as to why. Now, you don't have to tell me. Your devious plans can be your own, but I am curious.
I don't mind telling you. I didn't like at all how Mori pulled the gun on me. I mean, it's fine if she thinks that she doesn't have a soul, but that doesn't mean shit about mine or Danny's. And she's not the judge of me. And I know that I don't stand a chance in a confrontation. But that doesn't mean that I can't fuck her shit up
He
if I
points.
want to.
Exactly. That's exactly the way you need to think in this world, son.
And she knows Azriel. Both of them know this Alice. Azriel goes... He changed his name. His real name was Gabriel, which Mori, well, divulged involuntarily, I think, while I was petting the dog. And she spoke with such hatred of this Alice. This hatred means you know the other. Chances are that the other knows you too. So if I find this Alice, I find information on Mori. Who she was, how she met Azriel, whether or not she has family or friends. And how funny would it be if her family or friends would start to love me? Just like Danny does, just like everyone I talk to does. And then she has to make the choice for her own soul. Does she force her own into emotional servitude towards herself? Or does she allow them to be my puppets?
Stone just starts laughing. Like, just barking laughing. It's like, you got this whole thing planned out. Holy sweet lord.
And I mean, I'll find this Alice. I know the publisher of Azriel, Gabriel. He's not that old. There will be records. And if I have to visit this publisher in person and get him to spill the beans, I mean, if anything, I have time. But then again, since you want her, I can put this on hold. I'll find another way to get even with her.
I would appreciate that, but I'd end up owing you a favor. Asking you to put your own well-deserved vengeance aside. Shouldn't have pulled a gun on you like that. But she is fierce. She could be useful. I'll let you decide.
Oh, I have time, like I said.
Well, then why don't you...
But it doesn't hurt to get this information either way. Whether or not I use it,
Maybe
we'll see.
Maybe you should figure out what you can about all of them. That's what I intend to do.
Yep. To be honest, though, this night has been quite a bit. Think, for now, I'd rather just go to sleep.
Sure.
And maybe sleep on all this.
All right. Before that, you want to try something?
Sure.
Okay. He extends his hands, and you see that his pointer finger becomes a claw. And he reaches up to his collarbone, his neck, and he cuts himself a little bit. You can tell that he's willing himself to bleed. The blood is so dark, it's almost black. And he says, why don't you come over here and take a taste?
Shrugs and gets close to him. The beast has been quite present this night anyway, so thinking about all this, I think he just pounces.
He lets you.
So I jump up on him, put my legs around his waist and arms around his shoulders, and then clamp my mouth over the wound, and then let myself fall. Tongue lapping up dark liquid, feeling the rush that this old blood causes in my body. And without even thinking, the fangs come out to rip the wound wider. I understand now why he has shark teeth and the lamprey tongue, because this is way too slow. And yeah, I go to town. And in a weird thing, since he mentioned it earlier with the father stuff, right now he's not so much the father that I never had, but also like the mother that I never had. Because he's feeding me from himself, pouring his essence inside of me, and in this moment the love that Felix feels for him, or rather the infatuation that he had before, sparks, flares up, and grows into actual, perverted, blood-induced love. I drink as much as he lets me.
Okay.
And he probably will have to pry myself off of him.
He does. But it's not all, like, he's been really gentle, right? All the way up to, like, even dropping the creepy bombs, he's been gentle. But when he peels you off, it is not gentle. He fists the back of your head and yanks you back, but there's excitement in his face.
Felix snarls and his beast is there, and for one, hates to be deprived, but on the other hand, this is the center of my world, and I can't really do anything against his will. I don't want to do anything against his will. And it's a little bit like Gollum and Smeagol going on in Felix's head, like he's pacing around and looking at him greedily, but eventually calms himself a little bit, and that was something. We have to do this again soon. I now know what Danny feels, I think. Danny. And he looks to the door, and no. I'll save Danny for tomorrow. And whoa.
Stone just starts to laugh, and it's deep-bellied, like a chuckle. It's actually not a laugh; it's a chuckle. And he like licks all his own wounds, his fingers, and closes the wounds up and everything. And his face kind of like gets on this lizard-like creature, almost. In that moment of ferocity, and the presence of him in the room is so overwhelming. Your beast, it's a lot like a pact. You have one far older. There's a power disparity, and there is a desire that takes root in you, Felix, to close that gap. Even though Stone has become this object of desire, something to be possessed, but also you to be possessed, but free, but possessed, absolutely. And Stone has left the shower running this whole time, so like steam's been billowing in, and turns away from you. You can hear the buckles, and he goes to shower, leaving the door open, whether it be an invitation or not. You don't know.
I follow.
Okay.
For
As-
one, just to be close, and to the other, just to get the warmth from the water too.
As you are coming around, you see this ripple down his spine. And again, it's reptilian looking. And then at the base of the spine, a tail. Same color as his skin. You see it swing and like reach around and close the curtain. But when do you open the curtain? I'm assuming you do to get in. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah. Well, not drawing it, but just slipping in.
Okay. Are you fully dressed?
Yeah.
All right. Tail's gone when you slip in.
I think I'll just rip my clothes off when I'm in the shower. When I realize that they are still on, I just rip them off. One thing still, unless he healed it with his own blood, the wounds that I caused with my teeth, I would lick over them to close them too, if they are still there.
Yeah, he'll let you. But there's like this guttural, deep-bellied growl. It's almost like a purr between the two of you, a threat. You're not allowed to take more, which is kind of fun. Just makes you want more.
Mm-hmm. I think we can veil what happens now in the shower.
Okay.
Cause
Fade to black there.
some moaning and noises will happen.
Danny next door is
But-
just like watching like the Scooby-Doo like replay, and he's like, "Wow, this is amazing! I'm so glad that everything is so happy."
As the wall is getting pummeled rhythmically.
And with that, we'll take our very first bathroom break. Azriel,
Yes.
make me a rouse check for the day. And the rest of the coterie, if you would like, can go ahead and roll a rouse check. Right? You awaken. Do you have a dog door? And where does the dog door go since you're on upper level? Is it like a litter box area or? Okay, so he can like. You have like a special way of him getting out of the apartment complex altogether, like the big hotel that you live in. Okay. Right, but it's at the top. It's kind of like penthouse apartment type. Okay. Okay. Nice. Well, he is not in house, so you can only imagine he's probably going potty. His automatic feeder is timed to go off very shortly, so you know he'll be back within probably the next 10 to 15 minutes. So no, with like 0. That being said, kind of relieving yourself of any stress that something might be. Oh, they couldn't hear you this whole time.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had it. Damn it. It's a good thing I noticed that. Could you imagine playing the rest of the session? People could only hear me. I'm going to
That'd
do
been sad.
a quick BRB so Natalie can edit this. Okay, so you failed your rouse check. Your rouse, it your arousal, lol. Your hunger is now at 3. You check for Thanatos. You see that he's not in the home, but you have an automatic feeder that's timed to feed him within the next like 10 to 15 minutes, and he should be coming because he never missed dinner. So putting your fears aside for Thanatos or any strays / friends that he might bring home with him, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna instantly remember. Oh yeah, Mori stayed over, so I'm gonna go check on her.
Okay. So you pop open the door. She is still corpse.
So this is my first time actually seeing another vampire like this. I'll take a moment. I'll kind of like prod her like I'm waking up like a child. Not really my first time coming to experience this.
She doesn't move. She's stiff and cold.
I'll take a quick moment to kind of study it as I kind of look at her while she's in her torpor.
Okay, so this is the first time you've ever seen this.
Do you want me to roll something to investigate this?
I just want you to roll a composure and resolve first.
Sure, resolve. Five successes.
Damn, you got a success on each one?
Plus my bonus dice for my tier.
Oh my goodness. Very cool.
So I got a success on all but one.
Okay, you're not afraid and you don't receive a stain.
Hooray!
Roll a intelligence and a medicine to investigate. Yeah,
Just 3 this time. 3 sucks.
3. She's indistinguishable from someone who's actually died. But with 3, you're hoping she rouses. Mori, do you sleep with your mask on?
She does.
Okay.
Or she did this time, at least.
So,
Azriel's mind from last night, remembering her revealing her face, thanks to it and the fact that she had like staples holding it together.
mm-hmm.
And in his mind, he's like, that just won't do. And he's gonna go into his bathroom, get like his first aid kit, pull out a nice little needle and suture kit, and he's gonna pull down her mask and try to stitch her up in a way that's a little less painful looking /
So I will say that when you pull off the mask, her jaw just kind of like goes, like just almost looks like it rips off. It just like kind of hangs there.
Roll a composure and resolve.
do it for Mori. Oh. So that's 5 successes. With a nice little crit in there.
Somehow you rationalize this. And you don't gain a stain or feel fearful. So you gently take her jaw, positioning where it would go if it was healed. And you're going to try to stitch it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stitch it so she's back to normal.
Okay,
normal.
intelligence and medicine, and you can use your specialty there.
Okay, and I would like to blood surge to make my intelligence a little bit higher so I can do as best as possible.
Okay.
I don't get more hungry. Oh, that's a really good roll. That's 8 successes.
You do a stunning job. it's actually far more delicate and concealed than even the staples.
So, thinking in his mind as he's like doing it, he thinks about like how when vampires feed and afterwards they lick the wounds closed. He kind of wonders to himself if that would work in this situation.
Are you gonna try?
He's gonna very cautiously run his tongue across the wounds on both sides of her face.
Okay, Mori. Make a rouse check.
Ooh, yeah. Success.
Okay, your hunger does not increase, but you do wake up. You are roused from your day rest with Azriel's tongue sliding across your cheeks. Because Azriel, it took some time to painstakingly stitch her jaw together.
I kind of set myself
Okay.
up for this. As soon as he notices your eyes open, his like face goes red.
Yeah, no, the moment she sees, like, okay, I'm sorry, but she's going to, like, push you away, as it's not going to be gentle either. So is that, like, a strength brawl, or what?
Or athletics.
Or athletics?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll the same thing to oppose it?
If you want to, if you're trying to oppose it, yes.
2, 3, 4,
He
5.
wouldn't oppose it. He kind of froze up the moment her eyes opened.
But you could defend.
Nah, he's not defending.
Okay, I got 6 successes.
Okay, you throw him across the room.
Yeah, no, she, like, as soon as she does that, she, like, pounces up and, like, runs to the bathroom or wherever.
You have no mask, and your face is beautifully stitched. In the bathroom, from the bathroom, you can hear thump, 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 and then food getting crunched. Thanatos has made his way back inside.
She just kind of stares, like, at herself in the mirror, just, like, looks at the stitch work.
Beautiful. Doctor worthy. Surgeon worthy, even.
Are you all right? She'll call from the bathroom to the other room.
You'll hear like Azriel kind of just slide down to his butt on his back against the wall. He's like, "I'm fine. I apologize."
So, you saw it then, huh?
I mean, you showed me last night.
I showed you with the staples in. It's a little bit different when it's just hanging there.
Does it hurt?
Not really. I'm kind of used to it. Or are you talking about the stitch work?
Both, either.
Does the stitch, like, does that hurt? Or was that something that was done, like, before, so she didn't feel it? Like,
I don't think...
I don't think we have a sensation of pain, right?
Yeah, I don't think they actually hurt you. Really, I think they just... They feel like a little tight. I think there's a little bit of a tight, maybe kind of a numb sensation. But unless your blood was roused, I don't think you would feel the pain.
no, it doesn't hurt at all. It's weird, though. I will say it's tighter than I'm used to, which I'm not against. So,
I apologize for the compromising position. You
it's okay.
Remind me Thanatos's accent. Is he British?
Kinda. He was very like posh, and
Posh.
well spoken.
He does just say from where he's eating his dinner that it's all right. All women like it when you lick their face.
I mean, you're just such a handsome boy.
Of course, and so are you, the most handsomest.
Were you
Azriel
trying to
just
close
finished
my
shake
wound?
his head.
Like, were you trying to close the wounds?
Yeah, when we feed, I noticed the lick closes the wound, so I was seeing if it would work with your injury.
I don't think anything can fix it. It's part of who I am now.
If there was a way to fix it, would you want to?
She thinks for a moment. Of course, but Kindred's resort or return to what they looked like before. There's nothing we can do. This is just how I looked when I died. When I turned.
I mean, I've studied a lot of the occult. There's lots of strange and fascinating theories out there. There might be a way of something that nobody has thought of to fix our kindred condition. Even if it's just reattaching a jaw to a beautiful young girl.
She just rolls her eyes at you. Well, good morning, I guess.
It is such a good morning waking up to you.
sorry. Broke character. She doesn't blush, she just kind of smiles though. And she packs her things that were like neatly organized like to the side of her. I don't know if you even looked around to see that, but she just packs all of her things into just like a duffel bag, and she puts it on her shoulder. And she says, well, I have some shopping, like quotation marks, to do. Would you like to join me?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, I don't like to be seen, so I'll be next to you.
That works for me.
I forget what we called like Walmart, or we called the supercenters. Does anyone remember? I know it was Target. Let's go to Target. That'd be great.
Okay, we can take my truck.
And she will disappear. So I will do a rouse check. Wow. I rolled an 8, so that's a success.
So you're gonna basically be a ghost, like invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're just gonna follow him around Tarjay.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk to him quietly, but yeah.
Right, like a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Okay. Okay. Are you taking dog?
I'll ask Thanatos if he wants to come.
Let me roll for him. Does he want to come? Yes. He does.
Oh, of course he can come then.
Okay. What kind of car do you drive?
So it's this old, like, blue pickup truck that's been refurbished many times over the years.
Roll a dexterity and drive.
2 successes.
Right, you make it to your closest Tarjay.
No cops. Let's go.
No cops.
Mhm.
With 2, no
No
cops.
cops. Mhm.
Nice.
Though you, on your way here, they do seem to be out in force, just like they were last night.
In the car ride, I do want to ask, like, what are we shopping for?
Thinking about picking up a phone so that I can contact everyone. Just, one of those dumb phones. Throwawayable.
That's good. Then I'll have a way to contact you
Yeah,
in case anything
Well.
goes wrong.
that's kind of the idea. Yeah, just found it difficult to get in contact with people when I needed to, so kind of breaking the rules here, so
What
hopefully
rules?
nobody notices. She does not answer that.
You're a mystery. And he'll just smile to himself.
Thanatos, side eyes you and says, she's breaking the rules for you. Because she wants to mate, but can't because she's a corpse like you.
I'm pretty sure we could still mate. I'll turn it to him.
Then why were you on the
Do I
couch?
do that?
Probably. I mean, I don't know how he communicates with his.
Oh wait, is
Oh,
it
it's
Because I
growling
know.
for me.
yeah.
Because I know like Samiel speaks English with maybe a little bit of animal to Zero. But yeah.
Mine's all animal. It's like growling and very low.
Yeah, he says. Well, Thanatos retorts, "Well then, why were you on the couch?"
We both weren't ready for that yet.
Oh, she hates you.
Humans and their foolish emotions.
Give her something to eat. She'll love you more then. That always works for me.
I don't think your advice is going to help on this one.
It always helps.
Speaking of something to eat, I need something to eat as well.
What is
So
your
let's get a
feeding?
Tarjay.
What is your feeding style? Hold on, let me look at your character sheet. Do you ever feed off of? You bite your dog?
No. That's the one dog I don't bite.
Oh, you just find everyone else's dog?
A little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Damn.
Let's see. Conversation-wise, let's see. There was something I wanted to bring up. Had to double check real fast.
Before Tarjay or like while you're in there?
Like, probably like before Tarjay.
On the car ride.
Yeah.
I also had a thing I wanted to bring up as well.
Specifically, when I mentioned seeing the word Leviticus, do you know what that book, like, what's the theme? Like, is it a end of the world sort of context, or?
So the Leviticus is actually the third book of Moses in the Old Testament. It's about this way, like it has a lot of like rules and stuff for how like a lot of religious stuff and instructions for priests.
Interesting. Thinking back, is this something that my sire would actually leave behind?
What do you mean?
Because he is extremely religious, like
Mhm.
him leaving like Leviticus as like a call sign or something like that. Like maybe he, for instance, punished someone and is leaving that there, or yeah, that's just what I'm talking about.
It's not unlike him. Not unlike him at all. But when you check your messages, you don't have anything from him still.
All right. Well, there's not much use in worrying about him. He's either available or he's not, and she thinks he's way too powerful to be just suddenly gone. So she won't worry about that.
Oh yeah, he's very likely just doesn't need you.
Mhm.
For the moment, yeah.
So where did you see this Leviticus?
Crime scene I investigated. Just, looking around.
Well, that's kind of curious. I mean, it makes sense, kind of. Maybe the criminal broke one of the rules.
Yeah, but it was left in blood, so...
That's not something your sire would do. Like leaving the name or like the scripture itself, sure, but he's not. I wouldn't say he's one for like fanfare like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I also ran into some weird stuff. My sister talked me into going to my sire's place, where she abandoned me, to look for some clues.
Where she abandoned you. Wow.
I mean, she did.
She'll pretend not to be a little bit, offended, or what's the word? Upset about it. Anyways, continue. Not that you
But
can
I
see
found
it,
a couple weird things there.
Yeah?
I found this weird
Anything-
Bible with a drawing of a devil in it.
Okay.
I found an ancient rosary. I think it had some Arabic carved beads, and it has a deep violet purple gem that kind of reminds me of Stone's Good Eye. And I also found a little statue of kind of what Stone was wearing when we first met him.
Do you have the book
outfit
on
and
you?
the tutu. I left him back at my place.
Maybe we should see if there's anything special in Leviticus.
That's a good
Was
idea.
your sire religious? Or...
Alice? She didn't really talk about religion. I think she tried to steer it away, to be honest. I was thinking about that girl said she was also into the occult. Maybe she'd be able to help us out. She
You talking
seemed
about
pretty
Aurora?
trustworthy. Yeah. But I wanted to get your opinion, of course.
I mean, as far as I can tell, she's a pretty good person. We can reach out to her.
Yeah, she seemed nice to me. But see where that got me. It's good to have a second opinion.
Okay, at this point, you have pulled up to Darjay. And any conversation therein must continue while you are shopping.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to make this quick because I don't actually have money. So my plan is just walk out with the phone. But if you have other ideas...
Azriel will definitely stop you. What do you need? Hand it over. You know,
Just a burner phone. Just one of those dumb flip phones. I prefer the Nokia brand. Or the Nobia. There we go. My apologies.
he'll just tell you to pick out whatever one's the best for you. And he'll ask if you need anything else.
She'll get like 3 phones, and that's all that she'll pick up.
Okay.
I mean, don't you want to get like maybe a couple clothes since you're staying with me now?
I mean, I'm good. Do you want me to have new clothes?
Maybe
I'll
I
make
just
do
wanted
with what I
maybe I wanted an excuse that you're gonna stick around. Might be slightly worried still. Don't want you just
Well-
leaving me.
You think they have any good clothes here? I
Probably
can't really
not.
try them on, so you just have to guess.
They probably don't have good clothes here. We'll get you something nice somewhere else when we have some time.
I mean, Tarjay has some nice clothes, all things considered.
Azriel's point of view is not the best because he's grew up rich kid.
Gotcha. Okay, so he's thinking like brand names. Oh lord.
Yeah, like all of his clothes are like name brand and like the same outfit but in like multiple colors.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like his dad was incredibly wealthy.
So where do you go next?
You said you needed to feed? I usually just prowl the street, but do you have a place you want to go?
There's a couple neighborhood dogs. I give them a treat for a treat.
You can't see her, but she is a little bit just like scowling. Just like, so you murder people's dogs?
No?
Do they have enough blood for you to feed on them?
I feed from like a couple different dogs. Try to
Hmm.
be extra sparing about it.
I usually just find people who are messing with people and I just beat them up and then I feed on them and then I report them to the police.
I mean, I don't think I can bring myself to feed on people.
People are
And he kind of
monsters.
shivers when he says that.
People are monsters, animals are pure. That's my thoughts.
I don't know. It's just a line I don't think I can cross. Or want to cross.
Not judging. Guess we'll look for your dogs. And she's like fidgeting with the phone and like she begins like putting in Aurora's number. And starts sending a message almost in code, deletes it all, and then just says, "This is M reaching out. Call me by," and she'll give her the name Nanami.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do a quick meanwhile here. Aurora, make a rouse check. Oh, I think you did. You succeeded. Okay.
Yeah, I sucked.
So you you awake for your morning, and Nina is still there. Do you have a dog door?
I was actually gonna say I would just leave the door to like the fire escape unlocked. And I just because I would have assumed that I would have taught like Fenrir how to open that door. Yeah, that's how I would do it, and just be like, okay, because and the night before I would have fed Fenrir or gotten dog food, and I said, sorry, Nina, I don't usually have guests, because she's like, I am talking to a dog or a wolf, and saying it's a guest, and I don't have anything else but dog food. Oh, and she takes out her 20% off Goober Eats, and she texts it to Joe as a thank you
Wow.
the night before, and she's like, please, because it seems like you have a lot of mouths to feed, and take care of yourself. And then yeah, that's all. And then she probably would have taken the Bible and scanned as many pages as she could with her very much loaned out book scanner until she could until she knew she had to sleep.
Is that like
Or-
before you like all went to sleep, or is that this morning? Like this evening?
I would say, and she would have probably tried to work on the book as much as no, because she that would have had to be this. No, she wouldn't have time because she would have to write in her diary first. Yeah, so the last thing she does before she sleeps is she write in her diary her new vampiric observations and additional questions. And then in the morning she starts scanning the pages that really stood out to her. And she has a meeting with Maeve. I believe this evening as well, so she would be waiting for that call.
Okay, so what do you end up doing as soon as you wake up? And like walk me through it. Like step by step.
She would wake up and she would jump out of bed. She'd be very excited. And she'd take out her new book, her quote unquote new book. This Bible.
The little Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she would start scouring through it
And scanning pages.
Yeah, scanning pages.
That's the first thing. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
while you're doing that you get the text message from Mori, but you do have a text message that you didn't notice as well from who you've put in your phone as Joe. So go ahead and resolve the message for Mori first.
So I know it's Mori, right? Because I think I would have put 2 and 2 together.
Make an
Because I don't know her as
intelligence and wits.
It's like, oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna guess. That is 4 successes.
Yeah, I would say with 4 you can.
Oh, 5 successes. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So Aurora gets very excited, and she says Mori, and she goes, "Ah!" And she says, and she puts in her little notes of contacts, friend, exclamation mark, and then the little sword emoji. And then she remembers, and she goes to her bookcase, and she takes a picture of one of her books, and she sends Mori the title of the book, and she said, maybe you will like this. When we should also meet up, but also, I'm glad that you messaged me back, but also, I think we should compare notes about stuff. Also, hi, good morning, good evening, and she types all of that.
Mori.
Sorry, which book? Which book did you send a picture of?
I would send you a picture of a female samurai, and basically it's a book descripting of female samurai throughout history, and Joshi I forgot the formal title of it, but yeah, she would have sent you that, and she'd be like, it reminded me of you, smiley face.
All right, so messaging back, we are getting a quick fight, but we can meet up soon. Is there a place you would like to go? Question mark. And then second text would be, maybe I can borrow it sometime?
She gets very excited, and she's like, yes, I will bring it over, and puts it on the desk, and then and then she remembers, I will message Felix as well. And so she sends a text to Felix, be like, thank you for last night. What time would you be available to meet up with Mori and Azriel? Do I have Sammy's number?
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he has yours because you gave him your card, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I would say, like, I've contacted Felix and asked him to meet up with Stone, but I do not have Sammy's number. Please contact him if you can.
I love how she calls you Sammy.
It's cute.
So is this like a group text that you're sending out to everybody, or is it like one person at a time?
Absolutely make a group text.
yeah.
Because I'm just like, yep, this is going to be easier.
Okay.
You don't have Azriel's number yet.
Yeah, so I just add Mori. Oh no, it would just be I add Mori and Felix.
Yep. Mori, would you add Azriel?
Can I on a Nokia phone? I don't think so.
For the sake of fantasy,
Oh, okay.
I'll let it happen.
Sounds good. Yeah, I would add him.
Yes, you can with how flip phones are made now. You can.
Cool.
Is it like the old brick like track phone?
I mean, it'd be current, right? It'd be
It would
whatever
be. It
the
would
would
be
be
current.
current,
It would
yeah.
absolutely be current. But there are like even cheaper phones for like $20. All right, just for the sake, yes, you. You can add. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Then I add Azriel to the group. So he would probably get like a text while he's driving,
Beep boop.
and Mori would just be like, "I added you to the coterie group."
Do either of you
Potentially.
have? I don't think any of you have Sammy's number.
Nope.
Nope.
Gotcha.
Nope. I can just imagine Sammy is shaking furiously, but your phones are not safe.
Okay, so just you three are messaging right now.
Yep.
All right, so that's kind of like that's all the text I send, and then I go to Joe's message.
Okay, it says thanks for the Uber Eats. Sorry about the awkwardness. Maybe I can make it up to you? Question mark.
Aurora's like
Dinner?
obviously no clue.
Question mark.
Aurora says, "Dinner sounds great. I'll bring Nina too. I'm sure she wants to see you as well."
Oh, that's where she is.
Completely clueless.
I told you she was pregnant.
And she's so Aurora kind of chuckles at that, and she's like, "She's very fit for being pregnant, I guess."
He just
Shrug.
sends a bunch of like laugh emojis and cry faces.
So Aurora actually laughs at this, and she takes a picture of Nina and Fenrir, and like they're doing just great. Could you tell me what food Nina likes? I feel bad. I don't have anything.
He just says she'll eat whatever.
She's like, okay, question mark. Okay. Also, what time do you want to meet for? Dinner might be a little difficult, but maybe. She erases all of that. She's like, no, and she's like, she's like, how do I? And she's like, dinner. How about a walk in the park? We can walk the dogs together. She sends that instead.
He's like, sure. Sends a thumbs up. Where should I meet you?
And she thinks for a moment. There should be, depending on the university that I'm close to, which I'm assuming I'm close to the southern. There's a certain museum that not museum, but university I think she works at, and there would be like a park for sure.
So that's the park like address that you let him know. That's where you want to
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Yeah, the one that's like closest to her. And then she says, I don't have a leash and collar for Nina, and this park is pretty strict, but I think it'll be okay because it's late at night.
He just says, don't worry about her. She's a good girl. She won't run away.
And Aurora puts a smiley face, and she's like, yeah. Oh, she's like, that's good to hear. Anyways, see you then. Looking forward to it. It's completely dominant. And Aurora's like, in notes, Joe, new friend, yay! And she gets really excited. She's like, oh, yes, I'm doing things with other people. So she definitely puts that, like, she gives him a time that's, like, really late, like, probably more towards closer to the dawn time. Like, so that'd be kind of like the last thing she would do at night before she returned home.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Because, like, she knows that she has to meet with, like, the others, and she has to meet with Maeve, and so I think she would be really worried about, she knows that that's important, so she wants to make sure that she has time to get ready and meet him, because, yeah, she looks kind of dead without makeup. So what would you say to that? What would that be a more reasonable time, storyteller?
It's entirely up to Aurora's preferences, really. Yeah. I know she's planning to meet with Azriel, Mori, and hopefully Samiel if anyone can get a hold of him. We'll see when he gets his turn.
Yeah, and she also wants
And
to...
then
well,
Maeve.
yeah, Maeve, and I think she would be meeting Maeve right after this call, because that's going to be a video conference. But she's definitely prioritizing after Maeve meeting the others. So yeah, she would put it, like, later in the evening for
Okay.
sure. And she's like, I hope this is okay.
Just
Sorry
like a
it's so
late
late.
night walk instead of like early morning, so that make sure you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
plenty of time to get home. I mean, that makes sense.
Mhm.
It's fair. Okay, so just jot that down in your notes so we don't forget. And we'll do just a really quick meanwhile. Does Azriel say anything once he's joined the group? Because the three of you have an opportunity to do a little bit of roleplay for just a moment via text message if you'd like.
Azriel is actually going to send a message in the group when he gets a second, and he's going to suggest meeting up at a bookstore that he thinks Aurora would like.
Okay.
And he
like
mentioned
are
that
you thinking like a big name bookstore? Are you thinking like a home?
No, the bookstore that my person.
Oh,
runs.
Abraham. Abraham's bookstore.
Yep, Abe's
Okay.
books.
Abe's books. Okay. Yeah, let me make a note of that. Okay.
I did call him the other night too. So
Yeah.
well, it's still early. We'll get there. I
Correct.
can maybe talk to him.
Yeah, he does.
And then
He does go to bed early. He's a grandpa. He's in bed by 10.
But yeah, I'll shoot off that message since it's still young in the night.
To Aurora or to Abe?
To Aurora to tell her that's where I would want to meet, and I think she'd like the place. And then I'd send off a separate message to Abe that I'm gonna swing by, so I'll close up right away at 10.
Oh yeah, his bookstore closes between 8 and 9.
I'll tell him I'll make it worth his while to stay open. Bring in a new customer.
All right, roll a charisma and a persuasion, but because he's your friend, you can add 2 dice to the pool.
Hope he loves me. That's 5 successes.
And you're texting him this?
Mm-hmm.
He texts back, "Why can't you call like everyone else?" But okay.
You know what? I'll dial him up on the phone and call him. Just to prove a point.
He doesn't answer. I'm working.
And I'll just ignore it.
But absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's grumpy about it, but it's more playful and pretend. He'll absolutely stay
Mhm.
open for you.
I just laugh to myself. Or Mori might see a moment of Azriel.
It's like a softening of his features as you're moving through the target, like finishing up whatever are there. Because this is like right after you've got him set up, headed back out to the car, right? So like,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually in the like precipice between the sliding glass doors to head out into the parking lot. So he gets this really soft smile, and there's this shifting of the light, Mori. Man, he looks so young when he smiles like that.
Just kind of like, she smiles back, but it's more of a sad smile sort of thing as she thinks about other things. Thanks for getting me this. Don't know how long I'll have it though, since these are traceable. Yeah.
There's got to be like a way to get like one that's untraceable, right?
Well, I don't know a way. Usually I just... She stops like mid-sentence, like she was going to say something, but like she just stops. I
Come on, you
only
can't just
use
leave me
these
hanging.
usually for a text or two.
I don't know what's out there that you're so scared of.
It's not being scared. Well, I guess now I have something to be scared about, huh? She kind of looks at you. That same sad smile.
What, are you scared of me? He's like genuinely confused.
I'm dangerous. Remember that.
Okay, I hear you.
Knowing me and being with me is dangerous.
You're worth it though. You're not scaring me off.
You have no idea. There are things far scarier than us.
I mean, I've studied the occult. And if half of the things I've read about are true, I've seen some horrors that I may or may have not believed in until now.
It's different if you actually experience it, okay?
I'll trust you.
She kind of rolls her eyes because he's not actually like he's being supportive, but he's not actually hearing what she's saying. And then she just kind of goes quiet as they walk to the car.
All right. Then a quick meanwhile.
Sorry, can I do one last thing?
Sure.
Just like as we're closing the doors, Mora just says, "You are much easier to hurt when you have something to lose."
Well, then
That's
don't
it.
lose me. And he'll give you a playful smile.
Just like a, come on, really?
All right. Meanwhiling, there's the two of you slide into the car with Thanatos, who gives Azriel a big ol' kiss. Sam, what'd you get on your rouse check?
A suck. Good old suck.
All right. So you are not hungrier, but can you describe what your room looks like?
So he doesn't have a room. Samiel lives in the basement. But the basement is very spacious, and actually has quite a bit of room. He has what would be considered a bed and He has a handful of desks that would be used for crafting or working on something. And he has a standing desk that has a dual PC set up with like 6 monitors. He has his own personal Ethernet line, so he doesn't have to worry about like sharing the internet with his roommates. So it's like super duper fast. Has like a bunch of like posters as well, like some from like pop culture, like Ghostbusters or like Lord of the Rings,
Hell yeah.
and there'll be like some Star Wars and like some old school vintage like anime posters as well. He's a big fan of pop culture, so he likes that kind of stuff. He even has like a it was there to begin with, but there's like a bench to where he can, you know, do some bench presses if he wanted to, but it's very spacious, pretty luxurious for a basement. When he moved in there, it was kind of a shithole and just filled with crap. But yeah, he'll rise from his bed and slap on both of his computers and turn them on.
Okay. Over in his little cage, Zero awakes for the day. He does have a tendency to sleep a lot of the day, kind of like a cat does. But when he sits up, he's just like, "What happened? Where'd it go? What? And he looks over at you, and he throws himself back into like his little sock noodle.
Having a nice sleep over there, princess.
He just like makes chittering sounds and it's like, let me know when we're leaving. And there's just like the combos have just been like busted open and they're all over his bed. They're probably like stuffed in the sock where he's sleeping. You hear his mini television. I don't know if you have it rigged up to his cage or not, but his mini television is literally playing Godzilla. So you hear that familiar brrrm, brr, 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 is when Godzilla appears. And I'm talking like old black and white films.
Black and white Godzilla, yeah.
Claymation, like really bad. Yeah. But what do you do on your computer? What are you looking for?
Before he gets too into it, he's
Yeah.
going to... I'll probably have to make a roll for this, but he's actually going to remember that he had Zero's phone. He's going to take it to one of the benches where he has a bunch of...
You gave the number of Zero's phone to Artemis, right?
Correct. And he's going to take it apart and install a couple of programs to make it virtually untraceable, just like his phone.
Okay.
Like nobody can listen in. It's decrypted. Yeah, it's encrypted. So yeah.
There is a message from Artemis.
All right, I'll look at it.
It's definitely this person is not familiar with texting at all. And there's part of it where it's like part voice message, part text. Somebody in your phone. What is let me whisper you because I don't want to give away the name. So let me whisper you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to know what her name is in your phone. Okay. Your message says, it's like the talking one. You hear barking and Artemis is like, be quiet. It's like whispering, yelling, but like accidentally recorded herself. And then Mia messaged you. And so it's like it's Artemis dictating, her typing. Like she's spelling it out, like I-A. And that's all it says. You have a message from Mia.
Message from Mia, huh?
Yeah, on your phone.
All right, he'll look at it for the moment.
It's on your your phone, so it's on the one that Artemis has.
Oh,
So Artemis is telling you that there's a message, so
he'll message back. Can you read it back?
okay, hold on, let me roll for this boomer. You get a phone call. That's all she remembers how to do is call you.
Yeah.
Remind me Artemis's accent.
Oh, I don't remember.
She does have one.
Hmm. Maybe a little Romanian. I
Yeah,
can't
like
remember.
old and European is what I was gonna
Okay.
say. Like Eastern European.
All right, you guys can all have 1 XP. Very good job remembering. Your message, it says, I miss you. And there are little pictures.
Are they like faces with expressions?
I believe so. A yellow face with waterfalls down the face.
I need you to just message back. I don't know. You should have her message her back.
This contraption, there is an interesting orange square on the screen. I press it and the man begins to read books to me. I like this. I require one.
Those are audiobooks.
A man in a small, thin box to read to me.
I'll get you a man in a small, thin box to read to you. Then I don't know if he'll be receptive, though.
Very good. The orange square.
If you want, you could just pick whatever book you want, and I'll pay for it. Just go ahead.
The one we are listening to. What is it? What kind of audio books does Samiel listen to?
It would probably be either Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep or Man in the High Castle currently.
Okay. So, High Castle. That's the one she's listening to and likes. Requires more.
I'll log into the account and add more to it. How about that?
Yes, please.
We're gonna have to swap phones at some point. I'll have to make it out to you.
Zero's like, what? That's my phone! Suddenly, like, fully awake.
Listen, I'll get you another one, all right?
No,
Jesus.
I stole that one I bought that one fair and square.
Can you steal it again?
Only if you take me back to the mall.
No. Okay. We're stealing another phone.
Fine. Eats some combos and he turns up his mini TV.
Don't let Gojira get you while you snack.
I heard that. He throws a combo out of his little cage. Pew.
I'll have a spare phone for you in the next few hours, so this will just be a minor detour, but I don't want to leave her on read for so. Can you possibly type I
Yes.
miss you too and we can we meet sometime soon?
Yes. Okay. So this is a lot like trying to walk your very boomer grandparent through texting. So I need you to roll a charisma and a technology.
All right. All right. I got
As
this.
it's like, no, press the plus button. Yes. Do you see a keyboard? What is a keyboard? The alphabet. Oh, yes. The
I'm
symbols.
gonna charisma and technology. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna willpower 3. That's much better. What does 5 get me?
Okay. Yeah. She messages back just fine with a 5. I mean, it takes about 20 minutes of like step by painstaking step, but Artemis gets there in the end. And then like she kind of has this little titillated giggle and it's like, I like this box.
It's pretty nifty once it's not a problem.
I also hate this box.
I could see why.
Already addicted to violence, blood, and the occult. What is one more?
She likes your phone. Oh, wait, no, it's my phone.
Zero's like,
She likes
ha!
my phone.
Bitch! It's your phone. I need cuddles.
Calm down. We're
need
gonna have
them.
to head out soon anyway.
He's like half out of his bed. Cuddle me!
He gets up from his desk and goes to pick him up.
Okay. Yeah, he just basic animal need, wants pets and cuddles while you move then to end the phone call with Artemis and basically zero out Zero's phone.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll intelligence and technology to do so.
Would hacking be applicable to this?
Yeah, I'll let you add that specialty.
Let's go. This is what I'm good at.
Zero legitimately just falls asleep in your lap.
So that is 1 critical plus 4 successes, so 8.
Takes you an hour. We get the whole damn thing done. It's just a matter of like shutting the phone off and then completely restarting it. You've had to replace a couple of parts, but should be clean.
If anything, it's better.
Oh yeah. It's not bound by its programming anymore. It's gone deviant. Just kidding.
Right. Like, while I was, like, going through it, was there, like, noticeable, like, dirt and just, like, food bits?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Zero's phone. 100%. Yeah.
Hey, I know you stole this, but how about you, like, keep it clean? Love of God.
He's just lounging. He's like, meh, meh, and he kind of like motions his little paw like, pishaw. Just cuddling closer.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to his computer just for, like, maybe, like, a half hour.
Okay.
And he's going to... He's gonna look up information on Stone, if possible. If he's been spotted throughout the years or anything. All he has is the name Stone, but he'll even use Mr. Stone or Dr. Stone or whatever.
Okay. I mean, you have, I think, kind of the area of Taxis to... Were you there when he said that, or was it just Mori?
Azriel was there too.
Azriel?
Maybe I heard that. I don't remember.
Go ahead and roll another intelligence, and this time with investigation.
Investigation. It's weird going from one character to another. Intelligence, though, that's an improvement. It's 5 successes.
I don't know. You get some weird stuff. Like, and I mean, not weird. You get an anime. You get like a business. You get like a river rock company that like does landscaping. Towards the middle of your searching, you get a story about how Cain killed his brother with a rock. Beat him to death. Yeah.
That's rather...
But you don't know if he exists, technically.
Okay. I'll kind of like push away in his chair in a little bit of frustration, kind of lean back and just kind of think for a minute. And then get up and grab his coat. It's time to move.
Okay.
Let's go, you
When
lazy
you
bastard.
stand up, he's been asleep in your shirt, so he like slides out, but he's holding a business card. He like ploops on the floor.
Right. I have to get a hold of these people.
I like her. You should date her.
No.
Why not? She's one of you. It's not like you have to lie and feel sad and look at yourself in the mirror and then punch
I'm not
the fucking mirror.
sad.
I saw you! I'm sad.
You're projecting.
He chuckles. Probably. Maybe pats his little belly.
Gotta meet Mia at some point.
Are you gonna tell her
But-
the truth?
I don't know. She's been doing some things lately that makes the truth hard to tell.
I mean, I'll be with you, buddy.
Listen, the ferret is unsuspecting, but the one that always has bandages on, then we need to go see Isabel. She might have something for us. She might be nearly done today.
You could just say you're a burn victim.
That's kind of what my cover was.
See?
Well, let's head upstairs and we'll see if one second. I have notes here. We'll see if Kate and Jason are upstairs. They love you. Well, they love the both of us. Let's be real. You're just an added bonus.
I am the bonus. Seriously, though, if you need more cuddles, I won't deny you.
Right, Mr. Rat Prince?
I'm not a rat. I'm a ferret. There's a distinction.
I know. But I see you conversing with the rats that come in every other night.
Hey! Beth thinks I'm hot, okay? She brings me snacks. I let her think there's something that could happen. But really, her dad scares me, and I would die. He said he would eat me. He's a big-ass rat! Rats should not be the size of raccoons, even though raccoons are stupid. Those bastards.
You think you two would work in tandem.
What? I can't let the raccoon be cuter and better than me? Hell no.
And he'll put a fresh wrap on his face too.
So, Jason and Kate think you're burned?
That's been the cover.
Well, I won't tell him. He thinks everyone can kind of understand him, right? Even though it's just like chitters and stuff. So,
Like he almost starts to like be like, but he's just like, you know what? It'll just destroy his ego.
yeah, you just don't tell him. Yeah.
Right. Everyone believes a word you say.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Don't worry. He actually ends up helping you a little bit. Like when you wrap it all the way around the back of your head, he'll like take it among your shoulders, like boop boop, and hand it to you. Boop. Yeah.
And he'll grab one of his coats, put it on, and get to stepping.
Okay. Upstairs, it's actually Kate who you run into first. When she sees you, it's that same, like, double-edged blade, because she's happy to see you, but she looks at your bandages and the pain.
I'm gonna whisper you something real quick.
Okay. It's that same, like, worry, and pain almost. Like, every time she looks at you. Like, she can't hide that. She's like, oh my god, he's a burn victim. Oh, shit. She did. Oh, pity, mercy, whatever it is, it's what makes her so soft. And she's like, hey, how'd you rest, Damien?
Fine. Just typical rest as always.
How's the little guy?
Sassy.
As always. He's just cheeping on your shoulder. But he's telling Kate that he watched Godzilla, and she's like, you're so cute. Is that so? Well, she gives him a little scratch.
Feeding his ego, I see.
He deserves it. He's a cute guy. Do you have work tonight?
Yeah, I got jobs to do, just like last night. Deliveries won't get done themselves.
Do you want me to pack you lunch? I can send you with some leftover food.
He just looks at Zero and he's like, sure.
Okay. Then she'll take what she made for her and Jason and pack you up some. It takes her not too long, maybe like 10 minutes, and all the while she's just asking, the typical, so how's work? How are you getting along with your boss?
Boss is pretty... Oh, go on.
No, you go. You first. Boss is pretty what?
Boss is pretty mellow as always. She's usually pretty... Lets me do what I want. A lot of freedom.
I'm glad. You don't really have coworkers, do you?
I mean, from time to time we bump into each other. Not often.
Gotcha.
Just...
So, like, it's kind of like... I don't know. Do you guys, like, on the app be like, oh, I can't pick this up? Like, can someone else?
Pretty much, yeah.
I've never done it. Jason's talked about doing it, but Did you see on the news yesterday?
What about it?
There was like a bunch of accidents out on the old highway.
I heard about that. I heard it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, like weird too. Apparently, and she does like air quotes, the person at large hit and run 4 different vehicles on that highway.
They get a picture of the perpetrator. Is he still?
I think they're talking out their ass. Just weird. It's probably gang related and they don't want to freak anybody out. So just be careful, okay?
I'll be safe. Don't worry.
Good.
Going to see Isabel today, so she been talking about this new crap she got.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned that. If it's okay, I recommended prosthetics.
Prosthetic. Yeah, we'll see about that, I guess.
I mean, yeah, if it's uncomfortable, like, obviously not, like, you know, but... Yeah, and she kind of gives you a look. My question to you, Caleb, does Kate know about Mia?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So does she know that you've kind of not messaged her or, like, really seen her for a while?
Yeah, she knows.
Okay, then she does ask. So here's the Tupperware. I made sure to add a V8 just for some nutrition sake. Damien, are you going to talk to Mia?
I mean, we haven't talked in a couple of months, but I put a message out. All right, she messaged me.
Okay, I mean, that's progress. I know it's none of my business, and I know Jason told me to stay out of it, but I did call her.
Ah, so that's the push, huh?
I'm just trying to be a friend. I didn't know if things were, like, officially done or not, or if you had any kind of closure or anything, and I just may have mentioned that you seem kinda down.
I mean, just been working a lot. Haven't had much free time as of late.
Yeah, people who don't express themselves and are workaholics tend to react to stress and trauma the same way you're reacting right now. Look, man, and she comes around the table. Damien, you're one of my best friends, and I love the hell out of you, okay? I just want you to be happy.
All right. We will talk at a point.
Just don't hide yourself away from her. You know, don't make the choice for her, okay?
I look like Rocky Dennis under this thing.
Who cares? Who cares?
All right, fine.
She, like, gives you a hug, reaches over and gives you a hug. And she's, like, very little compared to you and can't actually put her arms around you. You're too big. Because you're, like, what? 6'7", 6'8"?
8, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. She's like, okay. It's like Confucius said. Beauty is deeper, further in the soul, so that only the blind love's eye can see. Let her decide. And I promise I won't intervene anymore. I'm just worried about you.
It's justified.
I also put a Reese's peanut butter cup in there. If you want. For later.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just be safe while you're driving, okay?
I'm an excellent driver, all right?
I know.
Excellent.
There's just, like, if this is... all these weird car accidents are a thing, like, you know... if you get any, like, packages you have to deliver at the shitty side of town, just be careful. That's it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey,
I'll take care of it.
are you gonna be around tomorrow night or?
What do you have planned?
Oh, Jason just wants to do a board game night, but neither of us really have any friends beyond you and Isabel, so we need at least 8 players.
8 players?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you know anyone,
Can always talk to Jason. He's always down.
he's the master plan behind this.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And he doesn't want to invite hardly anyone down from the card shop because, and I quote him, they're alien assholes.
Alien assholes, right?
I don't know what it means either.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait. Travis might be about it.
Well,
I'll see if he wants to play.
cool. If you have any other friends, or coworkers you want to invite, please do.
Yeah, I'll let you know. All right, I gotta head off. I
Okay.
appreciate the food.
Yeah, good luck.
And-
And she gives
and-
Zero a little kiss.
I can imagine he just starts chittering away.
Oh yeah, and then he looks at you and wiggles his eyebrows, but to her, he's just like, "Da, da, 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 blah, 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 blah." And she's like, oh my god, he's so cute. Stinky though, but cute.
Yeah, he'll head out the front door and open his car door and put Zero in the seat and put the leftovers next to him and jump into his seat. It's like, well, feast away, fiend.
Zero still has the, where he's been hiding it, you don't know. Because, ferrets don't have marsupial pouches, but you swear to God he does. Because he pulls out that Aurora's phone number again and, slides it to you, and he's like, you know a couple people.
Okay, now that it's zeroed out, I'll make the call.
You could literally invite them to play board games. Actually, that
But it
might
also
be weird.
exposes them to my friends. They're not food.
Let's all meet at the card shop. I'm still of the opinion you should dump Mia and go with Aurora.
I'm... Since when did you become so opinionated about Mia?
She doesn't feed me snacks, and she abandoned you.
Well, I pushed her more than she pushed me, but
You think Zero's literally just salty on your behalf, and his animal brain just doesn't quite understand. So it's all her fault now.
listen, you got the story twisted, but I'll make the phone call now, so
Yay! And he's
And he'll-
struggling to get the Tupperware open.
he'll just pop one side.
Ah.
He figures he could get the
It's
rest.
like 4 knocks! Ah! Ah! And then he's just dipping his whole body in and starts smorgasbord stuffing it in his mouth.
And yeah, Sam will call Aurora.
Ring ring.
Hello, this is Aurora speaking. How may I help you?
It's Samuel.
Sammy! Oh my god! Oh, this is great! Actually, oh, this is awesome. Oh, let me is this your number? I can save it and I'll put you in our group chat. We're gonna meet actually. And she gives her the address. This is apparently a bookstore, which I'm actually pretty familiar with, aren't I?
Yeah.
I was just I actually really like this bookstore, so it's really exciting. I think it's a really nice place, but it usually closes pretty late, early, so I don't know why we're meeting so late. But anyways, let me add you to the chat, if that's okay.
Yeah, this isn't my phone. This is Zero's.
And
My phone is commandeered for the moment.
for you, Zero's like, hello, but all you hear is like, cheet, 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 cheet.
Was that your little, is that your little man? Hi! Hi, buddy!
He's like, hey, you little babelicious Latino woman. But it's just like, beep, 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 beep.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's like-
You know what? Why don't I pick him something? I'll pick him up something like, I don't know. What does Zero like to eat?
He's literally a trash goblin. He eats anything.
All right. I'll pick up some. I don't know. Maybe trail mix.
Yeah, he'll like
Well,
that.
Yeah,
He's-
I'll pick up some trail mix and give him some.
What is he eating right now?
It's like goulash. So he looks like he's like murdered someone because he's just covered in tomato paste and tomato sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll like that. He'll see it as a palate cleanser.
Great. I'm so excited. Finally gonna really nail down this mystery. Okay. Right, Scooby Gang. And so she's like, all right, I'll see you later.
group chat?
Yeah, she names it Scooby Gang.
Okay.
But it's Scooby with an I, not a Y, because, trademark. So, yeah. Can't sue us now.
Scoopy.
It's SKOOBI.
Scoopy chat. Scoopy.
Azriel's just like, what the hell is this?
It's that famous old cartoon, with the kids.
Scoopy.
And so she says, "All right, I'll add you as a group. I'll add you an address. I'll see you later, Sammy."
He'll just say, yeah, but he'll be like, F later and hang up.
Well, what is F? Okay. She's like, I don't know what F means, but all right. So she adds his number and says, "Friend as friend exclamation mark question mark smiley face." Like she's like, and Aurora is very proud of herself. She officially has, like, sadly, this is so sad. What was it? She has like 7 phone numbers now in her phone. Which is great. She's moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Mori, Sammy, Azriel. Yeah, Felix. Oh no, she has 8. Oh my god. So she gets really excited and she says the Scooby Gang and then she adds Sammy and be like, Sammy, we're meeting here. And sends the address in the group chat one more time.
He'll just message back. Okay, don't say anything stupid in this group chat. It's monitored.
And she sends a thumbs up emoji smiley face, is like, "See you soon." You think that Aurora's maybe a little more comfortable typing. But yeah, that's what she says. And she starts getting ready, I guess. And she starts putting on her clothes for the day, which is like a blouse, really loose clothing, which probably makes her seem older than she actually is, like a grandma. And she starts putting on her makeup to make her face like look a little red, more alive, and to cover her scar.
Aurora's used to putting on makeup, right? This is not something like she just started doing when she became a Kindred.
Yeah, she would put on like really basic makeup. So it's super basic. It's basically just foundation and blush. Like it's like the bare, there's no eyeshadow whatsoever. So yeah, she would probably, this is her everyday, like, just going to work makeup.
Okay. So I won't make her roll anything because it's not like she's learning a new skill or anything.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she just adds a little more concealer than usual on the left side of her face.
Okie dokie. And we're gonna take a quick pee-pee break here.
Pee-pee break!
Pee-pee break!
I actually.
And we are back. All right. One more wraparound. And we're going to start with Mori and Azriel. You are in search of a meal, correct?
Yep.
So are both of you feeding or just one of you?
I mean, I
Uh,
could eat. I don't need to.
Azriel's definitely feeling it. So he thinks he can get away with his a bit quicker. You know, so there's a couple strays that he's been able to kind of befriend.
To find them,
Well,
roll an intelligence and an investigation, Azriel.
I'm gonna spend one of the fancy willpowers. That roll was awful. That'll be 3 successes.
Okay, you do find several strays. 3 different cats. Someone's lost their gerbil. And a very old dog.
Well, Azriel's just gonna very gently approach the dog. He actually, before he'll grab in his glove box, keeps a bag of extra dog food.
Okay.
He's gonna slowly approach the dog, offer him the bag of food.
Okay. You distract him with food.
And while he gets his enjoyment of food, I'm gonna give him a little nibble.
Okay. Roll me a d10, Luke.
D10.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 6.
Alright, the dog does not die. It is very, very old, and you can taste how old it is.
Well, I'll try to be as gentle as possible and be as careful as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's... You take enough to lower 1 hunger, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, with your 6 roll, you don't end up, like, injuring him further, but you don't actually think he could feed you anymore.
Oh, of course not.
He's an old boy.
I make sure to thank him.
He is all about the kibbles. But feeding him in this alleyway, there's actually a young female spotted dog who is blinking at you, wagging her tail, so her whole butt is going back and forth, ears sort of down and back, giving you a little bit of a smile as she's trying to wiggle her way close to get some food as well.
I'm gonna use my whispers, my feral whispers, to talk to this dog.
The woman or the old one? The lady
The
dog?
the new one that just approached me.
Okay.
I did not get more hungry from using the power. Are you hungry too, little one?
Yeah.
So I don't give away my food for free. But if you want to do a little trade, I know where you can get some nice meal that you can always return to and get a nice meal. Would you be interested?
Okay.
I'll beckon her closer.
Okay.
I will do a small feed on her as well.
Okay. She is with puppies.
I'll be super gentle and
But yeah, she's happy to take kibbles. Mm-hmm.
I'll basically tell her where my place is and how to get to the front, and then there's enough food for her and all her puppies. and I'll inform her that usually I'll fill that up before I go out each night.
Okay, roll a charisma and animal kin.
Of course. Do you want me to add my specialty?
No. Nope, not for this one. This is just you're rolling, but it's explaining wise.
So I met the critical.
Okay.
It's 11 successes.
The messy critical, there's still some part of it that fails. You think she... Or has mixed results. You think she gets it. You think she knows where you live.
Do you want me to roll like an insight to see if I...
Nope, with an 11, you're like 100% sure she knows where you live. But as the player, I'm telling you, you think she'll be able to find your place.
I'll tell her if, in case she ever gets lost, I'll point out my dog in the car.
Okay.
He's a good boy. If you see him around, he'll tell you where to go.
Let me just roll and see. All right. She like sniffs the air, and she's actually gonna follow you back to your car.
That is perfectly fine. I will help her up into the flatbed if she wants and her puppies.
Oh yeah, she'll go with you.
I'll turn to Thanatos and ask if he'll ride in the flatbed with them to make sure nothing bad happens.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't have puppies. Like she's going to have puppies.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he'll get in the back.
I'll ask if do you want to stay with me for a little bit?
Yeah. I like you. Yeah.
Well, I like you too.
And you see, like, when Thanatos gets in the back bed, there's that, like, she crouches down, obviously is young, sniffing each other, getting to know each other. And he's like, you are in desperate need of a bath. She's like, what's a bath? And he's like, oh, you're going to hate it. It's practically waterboarding. What's that? You'll see.
I'll kind of have like a big smile when I get back to Mori.
Is Mori
Oh.
waiting for you in the truck, or did she go off to find food herself?
I think she would probably have gone off to get her own food, and before she left, she would have said something like, "Message me when you're done."
I'll definitely shoot Mori a message that I am done, and I'll just send, I'm waiting for whenever you return. And while I'm waiting, I'll just give all my attention to the new dog.
Okay. She looks like she's a terrier of some kind. Like a pit bull. A pit bull. So, big old boxy head, strong jaws, white and spotted. She once her and Thanatos are friends, she does a little butt scooch / licking the air, trying to lick him, and he's like, oh god, stop. Yeah. And then she just lays by his feet, and he puts a paw on her head stay down. Mori,
Yee.
you head to the darker parts of town to feed.
Correct.
So I need you to roll an investigation. And let me look at your character sheet here really quick.
Okay.
And wits.
Sounds good.
And then you can go ahead and add that extra dice bonus for your tier. And let me just look at this advantage really quick. Go ahead and add the Bloodhound advantage.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the Bloodhound advantage, I
Mhm.
did crit. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Okay. The person that you find to feed on, I'm going to whisper to you why you think they're punishable, okay?
Sounds good.
And also trigger warning.
All right. So when I see this guy, like, is he? Where is he exactly?
Okay, so he is actually, it looks like he's getting off of, you imagine work, just because of the way he's like moving and grumbling to himself. The building, when you take a look at it, it's pretty run down, but you know that next to this building, and this building is like one that's having like carpentry work done on it and like the interior design, but next to it, literally sharing an alleyway with it, is a home for youth.
Okay.
And so this guy is stuffing something into his pocket, and he's headed out to his dirty beater of a car. And there is just this strange gait in his step. But you can smell on him children.
Okay. Ooh, he's angry. So I apologize. You said his car was parked down an alley?
Yeah, it's like behind both of the buildings over by the large dumpsters.
Okay. So when he like goes to put his keys into the car, Mori will just come up behind him and say, "You think you're hot stuff because you take advantage of small children?"
Oh shit, you're in his car?
No. While he's pulling the keys out to
oh
open the car.
fuck. Okay, and you're so
Yeah.
I gotta remember, you're little, huh? You're like 4'11". Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to be intimidating?
Let's see.
You could always roll it.
Intimidation? No.
Okay.
No. But she is just like, she's still invisible. She's just saying it in his ears.
Okay, so he's gonna like,
Yeah.
he spins around really fast, like his fist coming around. But he's easy to dodge. You simply step back, and he completely misses you.
All right. So when he takes the swipe, I'm actually just gonna jump over him and just kind of land on top of the car.
Okay, he's swearing, and he's fumbling with his keys. And when do you make a sound when you land on his car?
Well, that would be up to you because I am, let's see, obfuscate, silence of death, which silences footsteps for minor footsteps, clothing, minor collisions, and other sounds of their person.
Yeah, you don't make a sound. So he's like trying to get into his car, like he's pretty spooked.
I think it's time for you to be paid retribution.
He's gonna run. If you say that while you're on his car, he runs.
Yep.
He drops his keys
Okay.
and he's running.
So before he gets like out of the alleyway, she'll just say, "You've been weighed, you've been measured, and found wanting," and she's just going to pull him in after roughing him up a little bit, honestly. Unless you want me to roll that too, because I will.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength and athletics.
Woo! Strength athletics.
Or brawl, if you want.
No, that's fine. I'm good at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 successes?
Mhm.
So are you full on hitting this guy? Or are you like just slapping him around, throwing him on the ground, scaring the shit out of him?
The intent is to scare the shit out of him before I feed.
Oh yeah. He's terrified. A terrified,
And
sobbing
right
mess.
before I feed, Mori's going to just kind of like take him and just like hold him. Not like she's visible now because she's interacting with him, right?
Right.
But she like wraps her arms around him and says, "I will find you every single time you try to do something like this. And next time, this will be much worse." And right before she sticks her teeth in, she says, "Turn yourself into the police. I promise you, they'll be much nicer than I will." And then she'll bite.
Damn.
Yep. And then, yeah, she'll just feed. I don't like, so feeding, does that, like, what happens when somebody feeds? Like, do they get knocked unconscious? What happens exactly?
So typically they experience essentially ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that, and they get a little eepy, but they don't fall unconscious or anything like that.
Okay, so while he's eepy, as you say, she's going to use one of the 3 new phones that she got to call the police. She's going to drag him to the front of the child place, and she's going to tie him up.
What do you say to the police?
Yep. I think I found a child pedophile. He came out, he's wearing children's underwear. He's at blah, blah, blah. And then she's going to take the phone. She's going to, hang up. And she's going to smash the phone to bits. And then she's going to leave.
Damn. Okay, as you are leaving, he's sobbing, but it's this strange euphoria, fear-induced experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just...
So, if he's looking at Mori when she leaves, she is obfuscating, so vanish.
Oh no, they're gonna think he's crazy. Okay.
No. So, like, vanish. Sorry. I'm not, hold on. Did it pop up?
Yeah, you vanish in front of a mortal.
Yeah, so...
Roll wits and obfuscate.
Yep.
At this point, like, I think he's having such, like, a myriad of emotions that he's, like...
5 successes.
Okay, yeah, you definitely beat him. He only got 2. He's like, reliving, and because hurt people. So
I get it.
The things that he's muttering, the same shit he's doing was probably done to him, and I mean, it's just this awful fucking cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean he doesn't deserve it any less, but you fucked him up, Mori, pretty good.
Yep, and that's how Mori feeds.
She feels pretty good about it because he was found wanting in his judgment.
Yep.
All right. And then you get a phone call or a text message from Azriel.
Azriel's a texter.
All right. I'll just say be there in X, however long it would take for me to get back, and she's going to just noom.
All right, then we're going to meanwhile right there and jump to Aurora.
Alrighty then. So Aurora is pretty much... How far is this bookstore, by the way, compared to where I live?
Roll a d10.
Alrighty. Okay, guys, are you ready for this amazing roll? 3, 2, 1. Sano. Yeah. It is a 10.
It's pretty close. That's probably one of the reasons you chose it, but maybe not all the reasons you chose it. But it is close.
So it's within walking distance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would tell Nina and Fenrir, I'm like, we're going to the bookshop. You guys want to come with me?
100% they do.
All right, let's go.
Fenrir's just like, bark, bark.
And I go to put on a leash, and then I look at Nina, and I'm like really awkward. I'm just like, you want to take care of him? Just make sure he doesn't get into trouble?
She'll take the leash in her mouth. And then
Okay.
Fenrir just like, looks over at her.
I trust you. You seem like you have things put together. Although I have my suspicions. Anyway, so she brings her notebook. She does put the Bible in her bag. But she already had the files scanned, so. But she's taking all that and she walks out the door. This giant ass fucking wolf. Yeah, so she walks down the door, says good evening to the security, and walks out on her way to the bookstore.
The security is like, damn, Miss Aurora, you get another dog? He's big.
Oh, she's just
Oh, she's
just visiting. Yeah, she's a beauty, ain't she?
Yeah. Oh, so you're breeding Fenrir now.
No. We are gonna have, that's gonna be a talk for another time. But anyways, I gotta go meet some people. But take care, Bobby.
Oh, yeah, take care, Aurora. See you later. Oh, hey.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, hands you this little plastic bag, but inside there's a couple chocolate chip cookies.
Aw, thank you. I'll
Yeah.
bring you. I honestly appreciate it, and I haven't baked you anything in a while, so.
Hey, no worries. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I just figured, you're always busy, so you're always working. Don't forget to take
Yeah,
care of
sometimes-
yourself, okay?
Aw, thanks. Well, I always have you to help me take care of me. Anyways, I should go.
All right.
Take care, Bobby. I'll see you later. And thanks for the cookies. And so she walks out with the cookies, and then she looks at Nina and she's like, do you want cookies? It's just such a shame to... You know what? I'll keep these for Joe. Joe would really like these. Never mind. I hope you're not too hungry, Nina. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you eat, so...
Did you not
And I've
feed her
only had
dog food
dog-
as well? Or
I did
you?
feed her dog food, but
yeah.
she feels super guilty about it.
Nina's just
Like-
casually walking beside you, holding on to Fenrir's leash in her mouth.
Alright. Well, I'll bring the cookies to Joe. He might like them. Maybe he'll share them with you. I don't know if you're allowed to eat cookies. Do wolves eat cookies? Are they the same biology as... Similar?
So you're
I
headed to
don't know.
Abe's?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. When you get to the little... Gosh, it looks like an etching. This bookshop is so picture perfect. And you push things open and there's a kind of a gruff old man voice. Says, welcome in. If there's anything I can get for you, let me know.
I leave Fenrir and Nina to wait outside, by the way.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm just waiting for, some friends? Is that okay?
Sure thing.
She doesn't...
If you need anything, need any help finding anything, let me know.
No, thanks. Thank you. She trails off and she starts kind of like looking through the store and kind of settles on the medieval historic section.
Okay. Go ahead and roll just a wits and awareness for me.
Okay. She's not sure. Let me see. There's one here. Oh my god! I had one success. I'm gonna use a willpower to reroll that. I'm gonna use the one that's given to us with the tier. So I think, does that reroll all of them?
That would just roll. That's just a normal reroll.
Okay, cool.
So it's you don't spend a willpower, but it works as a normal willpower. Oh no.
Okay.
It is the special like chat one. Oh my gosh, duh. Brain.
It's okay. It's been a day. It's been a day. Alright, so I'm gonna just reroll all of them then. 'Cause that was terrible. Ah, there we go. 4 successes. Better than 0.
You find like things that really interest you, but nothing like in terms of like, you know, really kindred. But there's like this memoir, like of a lady knight. There's a series of books that's all about medieval towns, castles, etc., and kind of what to expect the typical everyday to have been.
Aurora is frustrated. Like, there is visible frustration. And she opens up her notebook and she says, "Not this bookstore either." And there's like in her diary / notebook, you can tell there's a list of bookstores where she's been looking for any Kindred books. Just anything that just would have a clue, a crumb of knowledge.
I mean, there's obviously it's fictional according to our history, but there are books on vampires, folklore and the like, books on werewolves.
Yeah, she
just
Sorry.
it's that typical anything that is medieval. It's like Elizabeth of Bathory or, you know, Vlad, stuff like that. Like, it's like people that the superstition arose around them, you know, like I think it's Mercy Brown was her name that inspired Bram Stoker. You know, it's that kind of stuff that you find.
She takes note, but there's visible frustration. She feels like after a whole month of searching that she's definitely going to have to go into work. And it's kind of like a bit daunting for her to really dig deep.
The kindly old man does come around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
His face is kind, his words are gruff, and he says, "Are you in? Find everything you need?"
Yes. It's fine. Thank you. Just browsing around.
He lifts an eyebrow.
I'm gonna look over here. Maybe there's something over here. She kind of like scuffles away, not knowing how to interact.
Okay, he doesn't comment. And he leaves you to look.
So she'll probably like start going into like folklore, probably like folklore, possibly religious. So when she thinks about it, she's like, "Oh, I haven't looked up Cain. That's right. Should probably ask Azriel, but it would be good to brush up a little bit on this." And so she starts researching that Cain, like whatever biblical like religious studies she can find on it.
Okay, roll a wits and investigation.
Nice. All right, that's 4 successes.
4 successes. You do find a book. The writer is just AA. But it is The Life of Cain.
Aurora is fascinated, and she starts flipping through some of the pages.
It's really dry and bad writing. How it got published, you don't know, but roll just a d10 for me. Just a basic
Oh.
d10.
All right, sparkly dice, go. Oh, that's a 5.
Most of it seems useless on initial flip through, but towards the middle, closer to the end, there is a book. Oh, there's a chapter in the book. Sorry, there is a chapter about the curse of Cain. So you make note to read through that unless you want to lose yourself in the book stacks and start reading now.
She's tempted. There is that temptation, that hunger in her eyes, and she kind of licks her lips a little bit, and she's like, and she looks around to see if anyone else is in the bookstore other than the old man.
Roll me a wits and awareness as you do a quick glance.
Okay. Oh god, there's a 5.
Yeah, there's actually a little sitting area in the back. And you don't think it's him? But then you look again. He's wearing nice clothes. His hair is kind of pulled back, oiled out of his face. And you watch him lift a Buckstar drink to his mouth and drink, and that is Stone reading a book.
Aurora is shocked because she's like, I haven't been able to drink coffee, and I love coffee. And so Aurora is just kind of shocked, and she goes over and she says, Mr. Stone, is that you?
Oh, Aurora.
You look different.
Put on better clothes.
Yeah, you look great. Where's Felix?
Oh, he's around here yonder.
Okay. And she kind of does a quick glance and to see if Felix is around.
You don't immediately see him, no.
Okay, so is there a chair across from her or anything?
Yeah, there's a couple chairs around him. He says, what are you
All right.
doing here? Oh, you must
Well-
be here for the meeting, right?
Yeah. Actually, I have a few questions. And so she sits down to the closest chair to him.
Okay.
Have you noticed the Cain symbols that you've noticed that, right? It's not just us.
Right, yeah. The signs sent by the Dock Father. Sure.
What can you tell me about him? I want to know everything you know.
Well, that is quite a lot.
Then I want to hear everything. Don't leave out any details.
All right,
I-
well, let me, this is quite kind of a big ask. Can you give me a minute to sort of gather my thoughts, maybe?
Yeah, of course. And then Aurora kind of snaps back to reality, that hunger in her eyes, just she blinks and it just goes away. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just,
Hey,
I got
you-
carried away.
you don't need to apologize for wanting to take a curiosity voyage, none. I just want to make sure to gather all the information. Do you happen to have a pen and maybe a notepad with you?
Yeah, of course. And so she takes out her notebook that she's been writing in, and she just flips to the next page and then gives him the pen.
Thanks. Let me take some notes for you. For myself, really.
No, this is great. Thank you.
Cain, the progenitor. Our Dark Father. Alright, let's see if I can remember this. And he starts to draw. He's very good at drawing. Like, very good.
Yeah, Aurora just like leans in close and she's completely absorbed into like whatever he's doing. Like just looking at the paper.
He sketches a roughly a male face. And I need to grab a book. Hold on. Oh, wrong book. Is this the right one? Yeah, here we go. Okay. This is what he starts saying to you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
And as he's drawing, he's saying, I was alone in the darkness, and I grew hungry. I was alone in the darkness, and I grew cold. I was alone in the darkness, and I cried. Then there came to me a sweet voice, a honey voice, words of succor and words of cerise. A woman, dark and lovely, with the eyes that pierced the darkness, came to me. And from the darkness came a bright shining light, fire in the night. And the archangel Michael revealed himself to me. I was unafraid. When I looked up from my drink of sorrow, the archangel Gabriel, gentle, sweet Gabriel, Lord of mercy, had appeared to me. And he goes on to quote several scriptures like that.
Do they seem familiar?
Roll an intelligence and occult. One of the last ones he says, then awakening myself further, I found a way to alter forms, a way to have dominion over animals, and a way to make my eyes see past.
That's a 7 successes.
This it sounds like scripture, but it's different.
I take I take out my phone and look at and go to some of the pages that I took pictures of, and I say, do you recognize any of these?
Where'd you get these little photos from?
I found them. What do you know about them?
You still have his book?
Yes.
Do you have it with you?
Aurora is a little hesitant. I do. Mr. Stone, I'm starting to think you are a person of value. Whatever happened to you, whatever you know, could you teach me?
He grins. I would love to.
Okay. But promise me that you'll let me know what you know. I want to know all of it.
As much as I can recall.
And so she takes out the book and shows it to him.
Okay. His eyes are glittering as he reaches for it. May I?
Just before she gives it to him, can I have this back?
Of course. Finders keeper and all that, right?
Just, I kind of might have stolen it, so I don't want to, like, get
don't
anyone in
worry.
trouble.
Shh. He holds his finger over his mouth. Don't worry, we won't. It'll be all right.
And so she looks excited. Like, there is a sense of, like, she is, like, vibrating, teeming with excitement to get this knowledge. She hands it to him.
Okay.
And looks at him. Just analyzing his face. Like, really just trying to get anything she can.
He has a calm expression. And he says, wow, you were well loved, weren't you, little thing? And then he starts to read. We're going to meanwhile right there. Samiel,
Yo.
what had you be doing?
I guess they would have gone to the. I would imagine there's a mall around this place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're at
And like he's parked. He's looking at Zero. So how we doing this? You making the swipe, or am I? Who's the distraction here?
However you want to do it, I'm in.
How did you swipe it last time?
Well, you were talking to the lady, and then she opened up the cupboard, and I went in, and I took one, and anyways, remember when you went to the bathroom looking for me, and then you found me out in the hallway?
Yeah.
I stole it then.
All right. So we just do it again.
He says,
Okay.
all right, let's fuck him up.
I mean, we're not gonna beat anybody up. We're not killing anybody.
Oh, let's borrow forever some stuff.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he knows like the shop. It's like man, trying to think of. I would imagine it'd be like one of those like in mall like stores like I guess like Radio Shack
Yeah.
or something like that. That would have like phones, or like a in mall like Best Buy or something.
Yeah, okay.
You know, obviously Zero's hidden, and he'll just kind of walk up to the counter like eyeballing some phones,
Okay.
and I'll just get someone to be like, excuse me.
We're going to use your rolls. Are you ready? I need
Yeah,
you to roll
sure.
a dexterity and stealth. Your roll for 0.
My roll for 0. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Dexterity and stealth. Where is that tab? I have so many tabs open. Let's see here. Okay. I do good at this. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll those 3. The willpower. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so that is a critical and 3 successes. So that's 7.
Okay. A young kid turns and comes over to you and is like, yeah, how can I help you? What's up? What do you need? You looking for a new phone?
Yeah, I'm looking to replace my old one. I dropped it in the toilet by accident. It's kind of screwed.
Classic. Do you have it on you? We can take a look, see if we can save it.
No, it's like I've tried it. I'm pretty tech savvy myself. Like this thing it's dead. It's done.
All right, well, I guess this would be like, because usually it's the provider. So whatever provider you're looking at, it doesn't matter because you're going to unlock the phone. Roll for me just your straight athletics.
Straight athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Straight athletics.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. It's not much, but... Two successes.
Okay, let me make a roll. I just want you to roll charisma and persuasion while you're talking to this person.
Charisma and persuasion, so I'm going to rouse the...
Okay.
Getting hungry, that's for sure.
Oh no, you're hungrier? Oh no.
This guy's looking awfully tasty. Real tasty, actually. So, either way, get that.
All right.
What does 5 get me?
5 gets you good. Okay. All at once, there is an explosion of a scream as someone walking past the front of this phone store is like, "It's a rat! It's a rat!" And you hear him say, "Bitch, I'm a motherfucking ferret." And she's like, "It's taken my phone!"
You allow animals like that in here?
He's like, what? No. And then like a display gets tossed down as he pretends he's Godzilla and starts squeaking violently. One of the other like clerks goes to get a broom, and then Zero is just running. But he's got a brand new phone someone was looking at in his mouth, and he is running.
Like is he gonna make it though?
Yeah, he makes it. With your rolls, he fucking makes it. People dive at him, try to slap him with the broom. He parkours, slides across the tiles outside, and they're like, "Oh my god!" People out walking just the regular mall mile, start screaming and running away. And of course, some kids are like, "Daddy, it's a ferret! Look! It's got a phone in its mouth!" And the woman's like, that's chasing it. He ends up tripping her up, and she falls and hits hard. She's crying, but yeah, he fucking escapes in the food court.
I'm sorry, I'm not. This is a dirty place. Yeah, never mind. I'll go elsewhere. There's a shop down the way.
Yeah, the clerk just is splinking, staring in utter fascination and horror. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I need you to roll a wits and awareness to find your boy.
Wits and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I remember that I'm not as proficient at this. Just 2.
Okay, he finds you over by the bathrooms.
Hand it over.
He like slides it out from underneath the trash can.
And it's just gonna swipe it real quick and put it in his coat pocket.
And then Zero's gonna try and jump in your coat pocket as well. But he ends up missing because he used all of his spoons.
He'll just like scoop them up and then put them in the pocket. All right, good job. I guess you can. Like as he's walking by the food court, can I do like a? 1 second here. I want to try something. Can I do a dexterity and I guess it would be larceny. Just to like steal like a couple of fries from like somebody's.
Yeah, larceny and dexterity. Roll it.
What does 3 successes get me?
Oh yeah. Fries and their shake. You swipe it all.
Yeah, he'll hold on. He'll put the shake in his pocket, in like his jacket,
Okay.
and then he'll just put the.
As you slide it in your jacket, there's like a pair of sunglasses that he produces towards you and slides into your palm and is like, put these on so we look cool.
He'll put the. He'll put the glasses on to look as cool as possible, I guess, but probably look incredibly suspect.
Oh yeah, they're pretty Chad rigged. So like mirror, you know, like a kind of a green film, and Zero's like, fuck yeah, and you just hear him slurp like. Sucks down the. So you need to go eat, right?
Yeah, we gotta eat.
Let's go beat somebody up.
You know, Isabel would kill to see this.
We're not gonna show her, right?
No,
All right.
but she would kill. And he'll drive off into kind of a more suspect part of town.
He's like, woo, let's fuck him up! But of course, he's like eating fries and slurping on the shake. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
Yo, the heist.
What a high note to end it on.
Yeah, right.
Nothing like having a little fair and just
Dude, he's
rip
chaos.
off a retailer.
He is chaos
love it.
incarnate.
I kind of loved him.
Oh shoot! Join us next time.
great.
Same bat channel, same bat everything.
Time.
Yeah, thank you. Same bat time.